Hello, it's me, it's RDV, and I'm here with Zach again, who's just freakishly tall now. I'm just getting shorter and shorter in age.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. I can adjust that.
There we go. my chair used to do
Playing
that.
field.
About 20 years ago, my chair did that. It went up. Now it just stays down the same height.
I usually have mine higher up because I have longer legs, and so like when I'm like this, my legs are like they're like I'm scrunched up kind of. That's why I usually have.
I have a deeper desk, so I'm sitting further back, so my legs go laying out.
Yeah.
Kind of like the lounge chairs they have at the theater.
I need a lounge. Oh, I like the. I want one of those.
So that's why you have a gaming chair. I have the luxury where it was luxury. It's falling apart.
It's so luxurious. You can see how luxurious it used to be.
Over years, it changes colors.
It's a chameleon chair.
I love it. So, and in case you're wondering what happened with me, what's with the flannel? I lost a fight with the picnic table.
Yogi Bear won because the food got thrown everywhere.
I guess.
I don't know. That sounded better in my head.
We only have black bears up here. We don't have brown bears.
Hey, black bears will still those are the ones that can climb trees though. Like Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear looks like a black bear actually.
Can't all bears climb trees though?
I don't think grizzly bears can. I remember when I was a kid, I remember hearing grizzly bears couldn't because they're too big.
I feel like the grizzly bear could just push the tree over.
Maybe. I was always told, and it's so stupid, they told you never see a bear in Louisiana, but they're like, if you ever see a bear, run downhill. And it's a double joke in there because A, there's not a lot of bears, and B, in Louisiana, there are no hills. Everything's flat or swampy. So run from the bear into the swamp to get eaten by an alligator. That was the in case of emergency.
Well, you get lost, you get eaten by a Cajun.
That's true too. and the right areas, that might be true.
Southern Comfort is a warning video for people visiting down in Louisiana.
When you hear banjos, actually, I like banjo music.
See, that's misleading because that's Hollywood. They don't hear the banjo.
They don't play the banjo; it scares the prey away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
they don't speak English; they all speak French, so you can never tell what they're saying.
So instead, they invite you in for dinner. They're
and then it becomes that Walking Dead video game episode where you're the dinner.
Are you? All right, so
that was the weirdest episode of that game to play.
The one with Clementine.
Yeah. The episode, I think it's the second one, where it's like, there's the cannibals, and like they have the guy like locked up in the bathroom, and they're cutting off his legs and eating his legs.
All right, so anyway. I don't see Marania, but I do see Imperial Goddess. So I believe it's gonna be streaming soon on her own channel. Check that out on replay after done with this, or if you just don't like us, go watch her instead. And she plays Destiny 2, getting achievements and stuff, multiplayer. Season 19 in Destiny 2. Has Destiny 2 been out for 19 years?
I don't know if it's been, no, it hadn't been out for 19 years. I think they do like 2 or 3 seasons a year, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So it's not really a season. It's more like an update.
Kinda. It's like well, it's like seasonal, right? You have like 4 seasons in a year.
Well, not everybody does.
Well, some parts of the world do, I think.
Right.
But I haven't played Destiny 2 in so long. I said in the comments, I'm afraid of catching up. I'm so far behind.
The last time I played Destiny, it was the first game.
The first game was good. 2 was really good until they did something with Nathan Fillion's character.
Lance Reddick is one of the guys in there too. For Destiny 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So he's always playing on Instagram. I always laugh. I see him. He's sitting there with the dogs eating on the couch, and he's just sitting there like, it's a nice day off, and he's got the head. He's like, you know what I'm doing? So
I know I'm ready for a day off. I'm gonna.
My only question is he really good at playing the game, or he's just doing it to promote the game?
Oh, I know Zachary Levi used to play it a lot too. He was really big into Destiny for a while.
Sam Witwer is another guy, an actor.
Witwer?
He was playing. Yeah, I don't know if he still does his Twitch, but he was doing a lot of that stuff, playing games. Sadly,
Nathan
the game.
Fillion, I think, used to play too. A
Yeah.
little bit.
Sadly, the only game I want a sequel to was Days Gone,
Okay. Yeah, I remember Days Gone.
and they decided to. I guess it just fell through.
Yeah.
The company, whatever. So they never got a sequel, which kind of sucked because it was you previously played as Daryl. You fix up your motorcycle. You had your crossbow, you had your bat or gun, whatever, and as you went through the open world, you came across places and you had to go get gas for your bike because your bike's running out of gas. I was like, how cool is that? And then you had hordes.
Yeah, they moved like it was like the World War Z zombies. Like they moved as a group. That was cool.
That's how I was like. And then the coolest thing about that game, and also the last thing I'll say before we move on to the show, is that they had undead children, like little 10-year-olds, but no 12-year-olds. They were infected. They hunted in groups, and then they go usually nest on rooftops, and they'd wait till you're weak, and then they attack you. They're like freaking little
Oh, that's crazy! I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, and there was a lot of backlash against it because it's zombies.
Well, I remember the backlash being the zombies were all white, and so the people who were like, "Where are the black zombies?" I'm like, it was literally a disease that turned their skin pigmentation.
Yeah,
white.
so
even if you were black, your skin would be turned white.
Well,
that got them a lot of pushback.
They also live in the dark.
That's true too. Yeah, when you're in the dark, it affects your
everything
skin and everything. Yeah, what was that movie? It was the one with Will Smith. I Am Legend.
I Am Legend, which is a remake of another adaptation of the Omega Man, I guess.
Yeah, Omega Man. I knew it was a remake or a reboot.
Yeah. Mega Man being the first one with Charlton Heston.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all albino.
Yeah,
because of disease, because it was a botched disease. But anyway, check out that game. It's if those who have Xbox Play, Game Pass, hopefully it's on there. If not, go try to find it. It might be on PS4, and I might be even on. I think it was a PS4 exclusive.
It's on Steam. I know it's on PC now.
Yeah.
So if it's on PC, it might be on PlayStation.
All right. So for those who are wondering what's going on here, we're talking about video games.
Why are they talking about video games? I thought this was a comic book show.
So yes, this is a comic book show, and on Tuesday nights we talk about the top 5 books from our pull list that we think are going to be the best. So technically, you're getting a top 10. So you're lucky now. You're getting 2 for the price of 1 stream. So anyway, so I'm gonna share my screen here, or present as StreamYard now, because I call it present. So stupid.
Well, it's Christmas time. It's all about presents.
Presents. Yes. Yours isn't needed.
These are the jokes, people.
Right. So for the 3 people following at home, apart from me and my phone. Actually, sorry, 2 people following at home. Apart from me and Zach on our phones.
No, it's on my other monitor, not on my phone.
It still counts though, because you're not the host.
That's true. It does still count. Yep.
Yes, I watch all my streams. All right. So anyway, so now we have here. So let's go with your number 5 pick this week.
My number 5, sure.
And I want to point out, we haven't read the books that come out because usually DC comes out this week. Mm-hmm. We haven't read anything. We wait till our shop gets on Wednesdays. I don't even look at previews of stuff.
Yeah,
I don't want. I'd rather buy the book and then I guess get irritated by something than bitch about it before I even read the whole entire story. It's only seen like 1 page. Like I hate stuff because a lot of stuff is previews and people take stuff out of context. Oh, did you see what so and so did this? Well, the whole book must suck because this one part ruined it for me. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd rather just get like the whole thing at once rather than 1 or 2 pages. Absolutely. Right. But my number 5 this week, it's an interesting pick. It is from Marvel, and it's weird because I feel like we just had a new issue of this recently, but we haven't. Thor number 29.
Oh, you are. You're gonna try out the new writer.
I'm gonna try the new writer. This is Marvel. So Donny Cates, if anybody missed this, Donny Cates is stepping back from his writing duties on both Thor and the Hulk, which were the 2 titles that he had going on for Marvel. And so this writer here, Torun Grunbeck, very Norse-sounding name, is the interim writer on Thor, I guess until they find a more permanent writer. And over on Hulk, Ryan Otley, who's been the artist, is also taking over the writing over there as well. He's using a
which
lot of Donny Cates notes.
which would be cool because I've seen Ryan Onley on working with Nick Spencer on Spider-Man.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna see Ryan Onley taking over the reins as writing because
Yeah.
we see this first one with Mark Silvestri over on Batman and in the Joker.
Mhm.
It's out right now. That's the first for him writing because usually he just did art.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I'm curious to see. So Nick Klein, I believe he's been the artist on Thor under Cates. He's staying
yes.
on as the artist, and his artwork is pretty good. I've been liking it. I have no complaints about his art. So we're gonna see how this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I hope it's really good though because I'm look I read this it's a synopsis it's about it's a Valkyrie.
It's a Valkyrie story. It's not Brunhilde Valkyrie. They found a way to put in another Valkyrie.
They took the Valkyrie from the MCU and put her on the cover.
Yeah. So
now, that being said, I don't know if she's black in the comic books now, or this is just a cover, a nod to the movie.
They still have the Samantha Brunhilde Valkyrie, but since they did Tessa Thompson's version, they brought it. I think she's like a Valkyrie from another universe, like a multiverse Valkyrie.
Oh, great! So it's like Miles Morales.
But yeah, I was reading through the synopsis, and it does sound pretty cool. I didn't realize that Thor had another sister. Like I thought he just had the one. I thought it was just Angela, and that was it.
Well, if they're now. This is my question: is she going basically based on Norse mythology, where Odin just basically like Zeus and just like was just banging chicks left and right?
That's all the great gods did that apparently. But it does sound like a cool story. Thor's baby sister Lalsa is dragged so deep beyond hell that not even Sif's all-sight can see her. Because in case you don't know, Sif is now the all-seeing gatekeeper like Heimdall. I don't know what happened to Heimdall, but Sif has his job now.
I don't know if they killed him off in the comic books or whatever.
I remember.
I don't read Jason Aaron's thing. His what the last one they had was the war thing.
Yeah, War of the Realms.
Yeah, I didn't read
that. Heimdall was in that, I think, because he gave Daredevil some magic sticks to use as batons. Yeah, I remember that.
So like I said, it's been kind of a weird ride. And I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm just saying it's. I hope it's good because this is a writer. She's known for Jane Foster in The Mighty Thor.
Yeah, she wrote that miniseries.
I don't like Jane Foster, so I did not read it. I don't care for Jane Foster as Thor. I don't care for Beta Ray Bill as Thor. I just want Thor as Thor.
Hey, Beta Ray Bill is awesome.
I don't want a beta. The only one should have Thor powers. Should be Thor.
Beta Ray Bill is cool, man. Greek gods are the man whores of history.
Like you think my spec. No, that's not saying it's nothing against legacy characters. I'm just saying, Beta Ray Bill. I don't know his history if he got his powers while Thor was powerless.
I don't recall actually. I'm having a
but like if it's like a stand-in. Like Thor is momentary weakness, so Beta Ray Bill is given the powers that can get help. Then Beta Ray Bill goes back and lets the alpha male take over again.
And Eric Breen is backing you up, saying Gatorade Bill is not Thor.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want anyone else with a hammer. It's kind of pointless. It's like you get a hammer, everyone gets a hammer. It's
there was an event that I really did actually like. It was called Fear Itself. It was back in like 2011 where Captain America and Thor had their first movie come out. And so Marvel was like, let's capitalize on this. And they did this event. And they had like 12 hammers that were cursed. And I was like, okay, guys, 12 hammers? Seriously? Like, this is a lot of hammers.
That doesn't exist because Excess Swords is an original content.
Oh, yeah, right? Ridiculous. But anyway, back to the book at hand, though. Yeah, Thor number 39. It's a brand new story. And it ties into another book that may be popping up later on my list.
Really? It's going to crossover?
Yeah, it actually, even though Donny Cates isn't writing anymore, I feel like he's giving his notes and his ideas to some of these writers that are coming in to take over for him.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was kind of irritated. It was like, wait, so remember the whole thing we saw with his vision of seeing Thanos
with the Infinity Stones and Mjolnir.
I don't want that was his idea. Giving it to somebody else and then them doing it. It's like the Josh. It's like remember that Josh Whedon. Remember the whole problem with the Snyder Cut
Yeah.
And then
I
somebody
can
came
see
in.
that. Yeah, I can understand.
I
Yeah, I can see the cautionary tale there.
I want the Kate's cut now.
Yeah.
I don't want the the Torin Grombeck. This is what we're getting because Kate's had to step down because something.
Yeah.
It's turning in the Justice League. But then again, it's only the first issue. I haven't read it, so
That's
to be
true.
fair,
I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. It could still be really good. Like I said, Nick Klein's art, I really like it.
yeah,
None of these, I do kind of like the Miracle Man variant where they're
yeah,
fighting in front of a sun. That's actually probably the coolest variant of this type that I've seen so far. The other ones they have a 1 in 25 Salvador LaRocca with Jane Foster
which
on
is
it.
good art.
Good
Yeah,
art. I just don't care for Jane Foster playing Hawk Girl. Look at that.
that's
That's
what
Hawk
I
Girl.
said with the chicken wings.
Yeah, Hawk Girl with. Oh my gosh, what's his name?
Hawk.
Al's Toy Barn from Toy Story with the yellow
Oh,
chicken suit. That's what I see when I see her
she
wearing
looks
this
more like
yellow chicken
she
suit.
looks more like a ripoff of Hawk from My Hero Academia.
Kinda.
Let's give her
Oh yeah,
sunglasses.
I can see it with the helmet thing. Yeah, I can kind of
But
see
yeah,
that.
you are right.
Yeah.
Look at the mace. It's mace with
It's Hawk
wings.
Girl.
Yeah.
It's Mace with Wings. But no, the Miracle Man one is pretty cool. I like the cover A. The Love and Thunder variant, I like the artist. I
And
think
then
that's
yeah,
Olivier Capel or Copio, however you say
this
his
is
name.
yeah. Now it's cool, but like I said, it's once again reminds you. Oh, remember Unworthy on Thor? He had carried the giant axe
Yeah,
around.
because he had the axe
Oh,
hammer from the Ultimate Universe, which I love that hammer. I was actually kind of happy they found a way to bring that into the main one.
I just like Mjolnir like itself.
I hear you.
Either bring Ultimate all back all together, or just stop picking from Ultimate. Like, you remember this? Hey, look, it's Ultimate stuff. It's cool. And it's like, no, remember you guys
It
did
was
Ultimate?
cool though.
Because then the only thing whenever someone brings anything Ultimate, I think of like, oh, remember the whole thing how they just Magneto flooded the world
Yeah, I do remember that.
or whatever. Yeah, it just destroyed everything.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me miss things. It makes me miss the new Ultimates led by the new Black Widow, the female clone of Peter Parker and Miles Morales, because those characters back then when they were there were written better in the Ultimate Universe. Now
Yeah.
Miles is just written like crap in the main universe. So it's like I every time I'm reminded of Ultimate Universe and what we had before they effed everything up because they want to bring everything into the universe,
Mm-hmm.
it just makes me irritated. Sorry, it's a triggering thing for me. I need my safe space from Marvel.
Go find a safe space, Finkman. Go find one. But anyway, that's it. This is my number 5. I'll let you go ahead. Yeah, this is Thor number 29. Hoping it's good. First book without Donny Cates listed on there as the head writer. So I hope this new interim writer does a decent job because I've been enjoying Donny Cates' run so far.
All right. So I'm gonna go the opposite direction of this. I'm gonna go to a better writer.
Oh,
But writer, he's continuing a story, and he's appealing to all the crowds, well, except for the feminists. And that's Vampirella versus Red Sonja. This is Dan Abnett.
hey, that cake shot though.
Yeah. I'll give you this one. Here's the Linzer cover.
Hey, rip Vampirella.
I know, right?
Literally what Red Sonja did from her shoulders.
So for those who don't know, the Vampirella the Dark Powers book, they also had the superpowers with Red Sonja. Those two books were basically coexisting with each other. It basically was the same story, but from Red Sonja's point of view and from Vampirella's point of view. This is where at the end of those books, where now they're forced to clash because someone's going around and wiping all the multiverse. Yes. I know, multiverse everywhere. But
wipe them all out.
It's like it's the time bureau. They're getting rid of the branches.
Good.
But yeah, so Vampirella was falsely accused by basically these ignorant. They make the Project Superpowers. They're so like, I love how Dan Abnett does this. Like, these guys can literally go travel through time and space and stuff, but when it comes to vampires, like, they're like, oh, magic, it doesn't exist, we can't explain it. And Vampirella's like, I'm not a vampire, I'm from a planet called Dracula, I'm not a vampire. It's like I don't just go attack people and just drink their blood. It's like And they're like, why doesn't sunlight work on her? It's just this shows you how stupid advanced these guys are, but how some stupid they are because they're ignorant. Black Terror's planet was the first one to be attacked, and then they accused her. Well, the vampire must have done it because she's a rogue. Because she doesn't fight. She's basically not a Mary Sue like not really Mary Sue, but she's not a June Cleaver. Where this yes sir. No,
June Cleaver.
she gets her energy.
That reference.
She murders. She fights. She's like what those who know what Vampirella is. Vampirella does not hold back, just like Red Sun doesn't hold back.
Mm-hmm.
But because she's they accuse her like, well, she doesn't take orders, she doesn't listen. She's like, I got that job done. What more do you want? So it's like she's basically the Wolverine of the group, and they're like a bunch of Cyclops. Well, you didn't listen to me. The Jimmy Stewarts.
Oh no! Why didn't you listen?
So, I love Dan Abnett's writing, and as we mentioned on this channel at times before, and even on IL Comics and other stuff, Dan Abnett was screwed over with the whole Aquaman having one of the best runs on Aquaman, only to be said like, "Excuse me, we got to let a woman write it now." Bye bye.
Yeah,
I'm kind of glad he went over to Red Sonja and the Vampire over here, and is just basically outselling. I guess I don't want to assume. I'm not going to assume he's outselling, but I imagine like with writing as good as his, I wouldn't doubt that he would be outselling. But then again, we don't know the crowd here. Dynamite's got to be doing well. They don't have Disney money, but they're holding their own.
Yeah.
But like I said, so I got confused by Austin P. Is like, what? Apparently, you guys are having a conversation about the hammer still.
Yeah,
hey, that was so like 5 minutes ago, guys.
Conversations don't die here; they just keep going on.
This is my only problem here. Dynamite. Why do we have all these variants?
Dude, Dynamite is trying to steal this page from Marvel's book. I'm looking at another Dynamite book right now, and I was like, "Holy cow, that's a lot of variants!" What are
the Virgin doing? Variants, the black and whites, it's like cool.
The blanks, yeah. There are some pretty good covers though for this one. I gotta say.
What's your favorite cover?
Not the cosplay one that you have up there. I don't know. I kind of like. Not that one. That one's a little too cartoony. I don't know. Black and whites look pretty cool. The one in the bottom left, probably, where like Vampirella is about to eat her. Yeah.
The Jay Ferguson? Oh.
Yeah.
The cosplay cover.
That's not cosplay. That's painted. That's almost Alex Ross. That's not cosplay.
Oh, it's Alex Ross.
Almost Alex Ross.
I didn't know that Red Sonja wore makeup. Maybe
it is cosplay. I don't know.
It's cosplay. It's kind of like a Greg Land, but a better artist. So can trace.
Okay, better than Greg Land. So anybody who's ever painted or drawn off a live model.
Like I said, overall, I mean, I've spent too much time on this, but I mean, it's a fun series. I think they're gonna keep going. Yeah, at least 4 issues so far. The February. So like I said. I want more of Dan Abnett's writing, so I basically follow where he goes. So that's why it's at my number 5. Only because there's 4 more books I'm looking more forward to because like 2. I'll give you a hint. 2 are new this week.
Oh, new number 1s?
Yes.
Oh, what an occasion! I also have a number 1. I have 2 number 1s actually.
Yeah.
But I'll go ahead and jump on that second book, my number 4. This one, I believe it's a one-shot, which is disappointing. But still, it does look like it could be pretty good. Actually ties in with my last book. This is Thanos Death Notes, number 1. And you may have to scroll down a little bit to find it. There it is. So this has several different writers. One of them is J. Michael Straczynski. That's the big name.
But Cantwell's on there.
Cantwell's also on there. Now, they also have Torin Grombeck from Thor also on this. And then Kyle Starks, who I've never heard of before. Really? Straczynski is the big pull. But yeah, this actually is going to tie into like the Thor book. Thor 29 does have some tying into this. And if you look at one of the variants, I think it's the Ed McGuinness variant. Actually, there's two variants. There's also the Philippe Massafera. Look at that. Look at that. The Mjolnir with the Infinity Stones. So I think we could start to see some shaping of the of that that seed that Donny Cates planted.
I see Straczynski dipping his toes back in the Marvel, even though they kind of left Marvel up. They put that that crap on him with Spider-Man for one more day.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I'm like, if you got him back in here, let him write Thor.
Let him write Thor.
Put Olivia Colville back on there with him.
That would be awesome because they had a really good Thor run.
Yeah. Sorry to Toron Grumbuck. You can go back to writing Jane Thor or whatever you want to do.
I think that was a miniseries. I think she's really just an interim writer. I don't think she's being meant to like permanently take over the reins.
I don't know, man.
Same with Ryan Otley on Hulk. I think they're just temporarily.
Well, Ryan Otley, of course, Ryan Otley. They're not going to let him stay on there unless the book does really super well. But even then, you're like, they got like, you're just a placeholder. But her though, Toron though, I don't think they'll take her off.
Maybe you could be right, but I am kind of looking forward to this. So the last time I read Thanos in anything modern was in Donny Cates' Guardians of the Galaxy, where he had just died, and I think they brought him back to life by the end of it.
Like I said, so everything it just sucks because for those who don't know, all the way back, Donny Cates he's been world building.
Yeah.
And then to have him like to step down, it's kind of like Hickman did for Hawks Potts. He kind of like, all right, I'm gone now, guys. See you later.
Well, it's not because with Hawks Potts, I think Hickman like voluntarily like walked away. Cates like had to step back because he just had I don't know what happened. It was something I think for his well-being he had to step away.
Hopefully it's not his health or hopefully it's not his marriage.
I hope not. Yeah, no, those are two things. It sounded like it was a big thing because he had like a whole Twitter post about how he had to like step back.
Even though he's a huge prick on Twitter.
I think that he was actually being considered to take over the Avengers title after Aaron comes off. Jason Aaron comes off.
Aaron's never gonna leave.
Oh no, he is. He's on his last few issues of Avengers, which if they get the right writer, I might pick up an Avengers book again. I do really like that cover.
And that's the thing, Eric, I said too. I said on the other book, so maybe she actually will be good.
Maybe. I hope so. I really love that cover though.
I'm at the point where I'm kind of like a little negative in on certain things, but I'm also like, all right, I don't want to come off that as just like everything's gonna suck from now on. I mean, I want to have hope, but it's hard.
That's true.
And it's little by little.
It's a writer I've never heard of. So if it's somebody like Teenie Howard or Cena Grace, then I would have some concerns. But
so she wrote Valkyrie, which is that series.
She wrote the Valkyrie, yeah. She wrote the Jane Foster stuff. I can't help but wonder if they just picked her for that just because she has a Norse last name.
Could be. She's been writing a lot of the Valkyrie stuff. You're like, we'll put you on here. Yeah. But she's also on Captain Marvel too.
She wrote one issue on Captain Marvel. Some Wastelanders, the Wastelanders Doom story.
Yeah, so like I said, hopefully she proves us wrong and just like, I'm not part of this woke crowd or whatever,
Or maybe Breen says the Captain Marvel annual she wrote was legitimately good.
All right, then there's hope for this. Yeah,
there you go.
Like I said, I'm not trying to prop up Cates either. Cates is kind of like mediocre. He's mid. But he's at least trying to he's out of all of them. He's at least trying to like make an effort to world build.
He respects the whole continuity aspect of it.
That's the thing. That's what draws me to Cates. He's not the best writer, but at least he's got an ongoing story that's connected to a lot of different things. Yeah, and he does callbacks.
So I hope that because I think that he might have left behind his notes and his ideas for these people writing Thanos death notes. Because it does have to do with Thor and Thanos. Donny Cates wrote a really good Thanos story. If you've never read Thanos Lives, great story.
And I hope she doesn't take it the wrong way, like he did leave notes. You're like, well, I don't need your notes. That's
I don't think so.
I would hope that's not the case because, like I said, Marvel and DC are not like they used to be. You used to have writer rooms where they
That's
came
true.
up with something, and like, you know what? Let's go with this, and like, and you'd be turned down by good editors, be like,
Yeah.
no, that's shit. So I really hope that she continues, or at least does well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's because I said there's hope because she wrote the Captain Marvel annual. He's like, as Breen said, it was legitimately good. I hope that's not a one-time thing. I hope that if she continues to excel, maybe she'll even be better than Kate's.
Maybe. I don't know how to go, but look, I mean,
Right.
look, even Kelly Thompson, for all the bad stuff that she wrote, she still wrote that really good Black Widow series.
That's the thing.
That
As LK questions, did she really write it, or did somebody else write it?
Hey, it was good, and the artwork was good.
Now
That's
they have
all I care
romper
about.
rooms. I don't even want to know what a romper room is. I mean, is that for like the playrooms for the kids?
Well, yeah, they're all grown-up
It's like,
children
it's
working
like
for
it's
Marvel.
like it's like Google. You just jump. You get a jumping little thing,
Bouncy chair.
bouncy chair.
But yeah, that is my number 4, Thanos Death Notes.
All
It'd be
right.
kind of cool if they had a cool Thanos story.
Right.
That'd be fun to read.
My number 4 is Batman 130.
Hey, Batman.
So I've been loving the series, although it's nonstop. As Ash pointed out on his channel, Ashman Comics. Yeah, so you're right. He has a channel every Monday nights. We talk about the books to avoid, and some books we're actually looking forward to a little bit on there. But we also mainly do the reviews of the boys and whatever some other stuff. It's just a hell of
And they do it, and they do it till 5 a.m.
You were actually up that morning?
I fell asleep and then woke up as y'all were ending. I was like, oh my god, they're still going. What are they doing?
I can't believe you missed all the Nazis then.
Oh, I missed the Nazi. Oh man,
it was World War II. We're talking about that whole arc.
I'll have to go back and rewatch it.
There was Sherman tanks, the Tiger tanks that they had. Yeah. So it was all World War II backstory.
Oh, fun.
But memory. Anyway, though, so basically this, we were talking about this cover, like, and we were looking at it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is Jeff Lemire's Snow Angels. You have.
Oh, hey.
You have kind of the robots for those who read the series or watched Ash read on his lullaby. We read the stories. There were these robots that went around, and everybody avoided because like you get killed by them. At least that's what they thought. We didn't know, but how the snow, the heat and stuff. So I'm just this is supposed to be the final finale. I'm just curious. Is he going to basically just go nonstop and just even more like this has got to have a good climax, and no pun intended. It's been nonstop action, basically what nonstop Spider-Man was supposed to be. This has been nonstop Batman action, just intense.
Pretty much. Actually, that's a really, you know what? That's a really good because I was looking forward to nonstop Spider-Man, but Batman so far I think has been better than nonstop Spider-Man.
Is it like a 5th issue, 6th,
5th or 6th, one of those. Yeah.
There's a show on the bottom here. Yeah, but I think he took over what? Yeah,
he took over on 126 or 125.
Maybe
124.
Maybe but overall though, it's been a fun series. It's basically if you like high explosions, Batman just kicking ass. They even brought in the Justice League stuff. It's kind of like, you know what it reminds me of? Because it is a callback to the Tower of Babel, Justice League Doom movie, where Batman, or
the Grant Morrison run that the movie was based off of.
Yeah, I prefer the movie more than I do the Grant Morrison run. Sorry, less Morrison, more.
Get him, Breen. Get him. Get this guy.
Yeah, and as Skip's saying, like, I'm really hoping for him to shift gears after this first. Like, I'm just curious, is he gonna? Because I don't want him to go like dead stop and be like, okay, now, because that's what's keeping it interesting for me. Because if I want to go slow pace, I can go by Ram V, and
that's why you have Detective Comics,
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's your slower pace. Him just solving the mystery as it builds up, and as you get to each issue, and finally to the final fight. This is kind of like Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson, man.
Pretty much. It's a high octane.
Merry Christmas. He's got the gun at the tree farm.
Pretty much, though. I mean, it's like Terminator because it's the robot.
That too. It won't stop.
Yeah, Pretty much, like the failsafe is the T-1000,
Yeah,
or except he doesn't melt down
it's
and splatter
basically
through floors.
programmed to, if Batman ever goes rogue, it's programmed to take down Batman no matter, and anybody else gets in his way.
Mm-hmm.
It's utilizing everybody though. It's crazy. Um, like I said, it's been fun. It's different. Hopefully it keeps the pace. But like, can you imagine if it just keeps getting building more and more as you get to each issue? It keeps growing. You know, it's like it has to be, like I said, a good ending. But
Mm-hmm.
I hope they do tone it down a little bit, but don't to the point where you're like, all right, remember those first 5 issues? Now it's like,
Now let's slow it way down.
this is Bruce on vacation for 5 issues.
No, I don't think. I don't think that. I don't think
Selena, let's get
Zdarsky will
married
do that.
again.
I hope Zdarsky doesn't.
Because
do
I
that.
saw the preview for at least the cover. You guys glimpsed it when I was scrolling down. The next couple, it shows Catwoman on the cover again. So
Yes.
I'm like, I don't want. I mean, it better be an action thing, not this where it's like we bring her in and then like it just slows everything down. Like I love Long Halloween, with Selena and stuff, but that was part of the tone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I just want Batman just beating the shit out of people, literally.
So I don't know if you saw this cover. There's one cover particularly that actually there's two covers that I like, but one that I really want to get, and it's the one. It's right was right below that. That one's pretty sweet. That one has like a Frank Miller vibe to it.
Yeah, as I mean, it's like I just beat the shit out of your grandma.
Yeah,
it's like.
But I love the one beneath it. It's a 125, so I don't know how rare it's gonna be, but it's the David Marquez card. That one right there, your clicker's on, where they're falling through the roof of the Batcave. Like that just looks really cool to me. You can see like the giant penny and the T-Rex and everything in the background. I don't know. That one's just really cool. I like it a lot. And then I like the Christmas one too. I like the Christmas cover.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. This Laura Braga is a good artist.
Yeah.
It just when I saw this, I was like,
I think it's a little weird that you would give Barbara Gordon a Jack in the Box, considering that the Joker apparel. That's a little weird gift there, Bruce. But
well, not even that, and having like how they make Kate Kane look very less butch.
Oh
and
yeah,
look at Tim. Look at Tim, man, on there. Tim's pretty much.
Tim's a grown up man.
Yeah,
with a Robin. Also, like how Kate looks younger than Barbara.
So
actually,
I gotta say this though, it's a lot better than the cover they have of that webtoon.
That's true. Also, why did Nightwing get like Speedos? Well, like he's holding up a Speedo or something.
Maybe they're from Barbara.
Maybe they're from Bruce.
I hope not.
What's that? Selena left me. Well, I'm leaving her. No, Bruce, that's not how you do it.
I still hate Tom King for that because like they didn't write the letter. Somebody else wrote the letters to them, and they thought it was from each other.
Actually, yeah, Evil Black Cat. If you look at Kate's wrapping paper, or the wrapping paper on her breast, it does have the menorah. It's
she's supposed to be, but so I do pay a tribute to that because like they obviously people forget about that certain thing about the characters.
Mm-hmm. And then Undead Quinn says he likes the Stjepan Zizek. God, I butchered that name, I'm sure.
So here's a question I never understood. Does Nightwing not have a utility belt?
I don't think so. I don't believe he does. If he does, no, he doesn't have a belt. It's just the suit. I think he might have a communicator or something in his gloves, maybe.
So he doesn't have his own battle ring or anything like that. He just has the nightsticks, the glow sticks. That's it.
He has the Eskrima sticks, and maybe he has like grappling lines that come out of that.
He does have those, but you think he'd have like something, throw.
Maybe he did at one point. I'm not super well.
Maybe in the Dixon verse, and I'm not.
Look, he used to have a really cool alien girlfriend. He used to have a really cool alien girlfriend who would fly him around and had super strength. That's the coolest gizmo of all. I mean,
so then here's the 1 in 50 foil cover variants by Jock.
Jock does some really cool covers.
Yeah,
I love that. That's neat.
It looks now. The only problem I have with this, it's like the way the head looks, the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like. Oh, did you take the Iron Man helmet from like when he was in the cave?
Oh, it does look like.
I'm Iron Bat now.
Yeah, I can't unsee that. It does kind of look like Iron Man's eyes now. That's really weird. Dang it, Mickman ruined it for me.
No, but I like Jacques the city escape like
With
that.
the cityscape, yeah,
No,
yeah,
like
totally.
I want Jacques, then I'll start doing like the Fantastic Four covers and have Doctor Doom like in a pose where there's the city's mine or the Kingpin.
Oh, that would be cool, actually.
You know,
That would be really cool. If I could afford to commission something from Jock, I'd probably get it like a Doom or Galactus, like over the Earth. You could have like the Eastern Seaboard with all the different lights and everything. Oh,
look, it's a dinosaur.
That's a cool poster or a cool cover though. I like
the
that.
cave, yeah, I've seen the Bat Cave. That's the one thing I wish they'd explore more in the Bat Cave.
Yeah,
Batman versus Robin was really good though for that, seeing the whole entire cave.
It was where he's like fighting them all in the Batcave. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then this is the other one, the Clayman. The Spawn. Look how big the pouches are. It's like Deadpool vibes.
Oh yeah. That's that. Golly, yep. Those are those Rob Liefeld. Look at Spawn's got them around his leg. All right, you know what the problem is physically? That can't work too well because your thigh actually gets smaller the further down the leg you go. So that pouch is going to be falling down.
Well, you usually see that on women though. They have that. They have the gun holster, the hip holster.
Yeah, they do. It's just.
But depending on how much weight.
If he's walking and he has that, like he's got to waddle so that the pouch isn't rubbing against his other leg. Right. I guess if he's just falling with style everywhere.
A Batman just carries 3 smartphones inside his.
He does. He's got the one in his glove. He's got one in his pouch, and he probably has one in his either his helmet or.
I have 3 iPads I carry with me in case one breaks.
I'm Steve Jobs' biggest fan.
All right, so yeah, that's my number 4. What's your number? Actually, we'll give before that. I want to read off Undead Quinn.
Yeah, I was about to say we skipped Undead Quinn. Yeah.
Undead Quinn has a number. Yeah. Where was his 5? Is it further up? There he goes. Poison Ivy, number 7, cover B. I'm curious. What's because I see the main cover here, and I'm like,
oh, the shill baby shill.
There you go. I kind of So
I like
you're
that.
paying. So basically, you're paying $5 for a print. The price getting on it.
It's a cute print, though.
Well, here's the virgin. Yeah, one here. Well, I'd say she's not a virgin anymore, but it's
phrasing.
So, the Nakamura, it's Spawn. I don't know. I think
I don't like that new outfit they have her in. It just looks weird to me, where it's like green, but then there's splotches where it's just skin. See, that's the one I like the more classic looking one, where it's like the plant unitard. Yeah.
Poison Ivy has finally sold out to Big Franklin. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. With a new mission, a renewed outlook on life, and a burgeoning new sense of purpose, Ivy is back and better than before. Brand new era. Yeah, because this is the new arc. Because for those who didn't read, they've been reading for long. She killed Jason Fairbeck. What's his name? The something man, fauna man, flea man. I can't remember.
Is Fluorescent Man?
Yeah. She killed him. And then she was able to siphon a cure because I guess apparently he's the one that turned her into this.
Mm-hmm.
Poison Ivy. I don't know how much of that's true. How much it's a retcon. Everything's usually a retcon, but she's hated being a victim. So, and he caught up to her. She's like, you'll never amount to nothing. She's like, screw you, and she got a little empowerment moment. And then she basically killed him. So now she has her powers back. She's back to being but not. Thing is that she still kills though. That's the thing. Like G. Wilson, I up until that last year, I was loving it. I admit it's a little weird now because I don't care for some of the, the tropes people put in now as far as new date for comic books. But I hope that she goes full blown I'm just gonna start killing people, and I want it to be a riff because Harley if you're gonna do the whole lesbian thing with their lovers, cool. But make one of them the villain when the other one just can't be with them anymore because the one's a villain.
I thought that they had done that though. Didn't they just break up Harley and Ivy 6 months ago, and now are they back together or something? By the way, Evil Black Cat calls us fake nerds because it's Jason Woodrow, the Floronic.
I don't read Swamp Thing, so I could care less about what the guy's called. I just know that.
I don't read Poison Ivy. God,
I was gonna call him knockoff Swamp Thing.
I just keep thinking of what's his name from Smallville, Lionel Luthor, because that's who
Yeah.
plays the scientist in Batman and Robin, who
So,
turns her into Poison Ivy.
so Undead Quinn. Hopefully this is a good series. I might give this new episode or new issue a shot.
New episode.
I know, right? It's usually how I treat them because I know TVs and comic books are pretty much become the same thing.
Well, yeah, they call them seasons now in some
Yeah.
cases. Like with Green Lantern, remember Grant Morrison's Green Lantern? There was like season 1, season 2.
Yeah. So, but if I get this is the cover I'm going to get. We'll find out on Thursday
That's
if I
a
get it
good
or
one.
not. So,
It almost looks like Art Adams, almost a little bit.
that is Dan Panosian.
Oh, okay. Well, he does pretty good.
It's 125 though. That's why it's the better cover.
Oh, 1 in 25.
I'm like, do I really want to do that? All right. So, what was his number 4?
His number 4 was Little Monsters, number 8, cover B from Nagoyan. I mispronounced that.
Nagoyan.
Why are you
Little
making fun of the guy's last name?
I didn't make fun of his name. It's making fun of the way you say it.
Poison Ivy, number 10. Oh, are they together again? They put Harley and Ivy together again? So tired of that. Remember, I actually thought it was interesting when they put Harley and Booster Gold together. I thought that was an interesting concept.
Did I pass it up? I don't see Little Monsters anywhere.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it on mine. I can tell you about where to look. Little Monsters. Oh, it's up. It's kind of near the top, actually. Go up to where Dark Crisis Warzone is. It's right. It should be right next to it. There it is.
Okay. Jeff Lemire. Cool.
Hey, Lemire. Cool.
I
like that. I like that cover. Oh, it's cool because it looks like the cover to Little Women. My mom had a copy of Little Women, the novel.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like that. That's clever. I like that.
There's the artist who's doing the interior.
Oh, neat. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
They're basically they're little monsters, little vampires. I guess one of the vampire gets kidnapped in this issue of the humans. This looks kind of cool. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, so I have to say I've not heard of this one. I may have to give this one a shot. Looks like it could be interesting.
Wait, he's from the Umbrella Company.
Don't trust him.
Destroy the world.
Little Wesker Jr.
He's so adorable, but yet he's murderous.
Yep. He'll beat you to the zombies.
All right, so we're on your. We did number 4, right?
Oh, we just did number 4.
Yeah.
So we're on number 3.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. So, number 3 now.
All right, number 3. It's a number 1, folks. It is from Dynamite Comics. What? Zach has another Dynamite book? I do. I'm surprised it's Dynamite and not another company. Oh man, how'd you know?
Because usually these are IDW for Marvel stuff or Disney stuff.
I was about to say Disney stuff. Yeah, they normally license it out to IDW, but this time they went with Dynamite.
It just shows you. It shows you that IDW is going out of business.
It is going out of business, but I'm really excited for this. Not only because it's Gargoyles, and I'm a '90s Disney kid.
It's the Injustice Writer.
It says in the synopsis, the very first sentence, all new ongoing series, not a mini series, which my one gripe with Dynamite is usually whenever I read something really good, it ends up being a mini series. So I like that this is, at least right now, it looks like it'll be an ongoing series. So really psyched about that. Plus, yes.
Oh, that's what it is.
Wait, go ahead.
It's a clan story. Look at it. Reintroduced the Manhattan Clan.
Spelled with the C. It's spelled with the C. Yeah. It doesn't qualify for me. But no, so the writer, actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is the original, the series creator, Greg Weisman. He created the series.
He's also the created the Young Justice series, too.
Young Justice. He wrote some Captain Atom for DC Comics, I think back in the late 80s, he's credited with. He's written, actually, if you look at his credited page, he wrote Gargoyles back in the early 2000s. He wrote some Justice League of America. He wrote a whole bunch of stuff. Infinity Incorporated, Young All-Stars, Secret Origins. So he's got a nice little resume. So Now, I will say it's funny. We were looking at all the different covers for Red Sonja versus Vampirella. Gargoyles has a bunch of variant covers too. I was
How
scrolling through
dare?
looking
Oh
at them.
my gosh! How dare they call him Aqualad? He's He's Aquaman now. Remember?
That's
Jackson
right. He
Hyde.
is Aquaman now.
So he created Jackson Hyde though. He had
Oh, that's
Major
okay.
Force.
Major Force. He's a Major Force. I think he's a Kyle Rayner villain, I believe.
I thought Major Force is Captain Adam's villain.
Maybe both.
I'm not. Yeah. So
he's a test subject of the Captain Atom project. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somehow I thought he was a Kyle Rayner villain, but
he's a sadistic psychopath.
There are some really cool covers for this. Like they have one that looks like the old school, like the VHS slip covers for Gargoyles. I kind of want to get that one, but it's like a 1 in 20.
So my question is this: She's supposed to have red hair. Why does she have black hair?
I thought she had black hair.
That's the.
She's
the demoness, the one that's always tied with the bad guys. She had red hair.
Oh, maybe I'm misremembering.
As you'll see in one of these covers here. See right here. Here's the cartoon cover. Red hair.
Oh, you're right. I see it there. Interesting. I do kind of want to get the Amanda Connor. The Amanda Connor cover is pretty cool.
Tony Fleeks has a cover here too. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. But say this is what I was. Look at them all. Look at that cat.
He's gonna eat the cat and the bird. They're like, oh
yes, it's Twiddles and Evil Black Cat. They're gonna get their comeuppance.
Excuse me, that's less evil Ginger Cat.
Less evil. Oh, I'm sorry, less evil Ginger Cat.
Yes.
Yeah, Jay Lee has a cover. Oh, Jay Lee's cover is actually really cool looking too. His cover E is really.
Oh wait, so Major Force is the one that put Kyle's girlfriend into the refrigerator.
So he was the one. Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. All right.
He's the frigid one. Yeah.
All right.
So, but yeah, you've got a lot of really cool covers here.
I'm shocked you're not getting this one here. This is Lucio Perillo. Finally, he draws something that actually has something. It makes sense because when he does the Vampirella, or it's usually you have like some kind of grotesque monster behind her embracing her. Yeah. Now he could do this without Vampirella. But now I want a crossover with Vampirella.
You want a Gargoyles Vampirella team? Oh shoot, I would do too now. That sounds really cool.
Why would you not?
But I don't know which one I'll go with. The Nakayama cover is the cover A is actually really nice. But then I like the Amanda Connor
Virgin. Yeah, cover.
The video packaging cover is really fun. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Oh yeah, here's the modern.
Yep. Like the movie poster.
This looks like Malibu almost. But a
little bit, right? Like a 90s Malibu style, yeah.
But I love they got the style done for these guys. The cartoon, the same that. As far as that. This looks like Ultra Prime.
What was it on here? They have almost 180,000 copies ordered for #1, more than Batman and Spider-Man, according to something I read earlier today. So I mean, Dynamite, they might have a big cash cow on their hands if they treat this right.
The Jim Lee Virgin.
I think there's a good deal of comic readers out there that are kind of in like our age group where they grew up in the 90s and Gargoyles was like the big 90s Disney show or one of the big 90s Disney shows. So hopefully this does really well.
Major Force is a comic books villain because he led to kill Simone.
Oh, he is. Oh, that is a bad, yeah. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this. Like it's Dynamite, it's Gargoyles, it's an ongoing series, and it's $3.99. It's not like a big $4.99. That's the one. The video, like, doesn't it look like a slipcover for like an old video cassette?
It does.
I love that. It even has like the sticker on it, like you would find the stickers on them at Blockbuster. Be kind, rewind.
Every cover should be this. Yeah.
I love that. That's so cool. But yeah, this is my #3. I'm really looking forward to this. Good on Dynamite too for not price gouging on the
my
#1.
question is this going to tie into an ongoing TV series you can bring it back?
Are they bringing back? I don't think they're bringing.
I know Darkwing Ducks come back, and then I know they're going to bring in. I thought they were bringing back Gargoyles. It'd be dumb of them not to.
Well,
but
I know they're getting a new comic. I mean, obviously they're getting the new comic. I don't think they're getting a new cartoon. I think if they were, it would be all over Disney Plus. But
I want anybody but Disney Plus to be doing it though. That's the problem.
well, I will say if they did it like they did DuckTales, the DuckTales reboot was really good. I was actually
True.
really bummed that they canceled it after 3 seasons. That was really
And
good.
they introduced. Well, I love how they reintroduced Darkwing Duck to a new audience.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Yeah.
there originally was an actor, and this one he's a wanted to become he's recast.
He was a fan.
So
ended
the
up
fan
becoming-
that won the casting for the become the new Darkwing Duck TV series. So
Yeah.
the original one became Mega Duck.
He became the villain. Yeah,
Oh, I was like, dude, that's kind of cool.
that was a really cool storyline. Yeah, it was a really cool episode or two. But yeah, I'm excited for this. Good on Dynamite for getting the license to this. I'm looking forward to reading it. Knock it off, Breen. Stop mocking my childhood.
Gal Simone, Gal Goyles, you know.
Gavel. Oh my god. Okay, I'm done. You do your number 3 now.
All
Just
right.
drink my coffee in silence and brood.
We can only wish for that.
Well, now I'm just gonna be loud and obnoxious.
All right, go ahead. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. All right, so Batman and the Joker is my number 3.
Cool.
I just been loving this book. People are like, and now I actually like, oh, there's this Joker, Joker, this. I agree. But the way Silvestri is handling the Joker in this, and then everything else, he surprised me. I guess, to my knowledge, he's never written anything before. He's only ever been an artist.
Oh wow,
So
really?
So this is his first writing credit, I believe.
Oh, very, very cool.
Breen, correct me if I'm wrong. I usually am, but
we all are compared to Breen.
So this is the cover I'm getting. They give him the Jim Lee variant.
Oh,
I just love the Joker in the background. You know what it reminds me of?
That guy from Death Note?
No, more of the cover that what's his name was doing. His Angleton's daughter did.
Oh, yeah, the guy from Death Note.
Not Death Note. The other one.
Yeah, but it was modeled after the guy from Death Note.
No, no. I'm talking about. It's the bad guy from My Hero Academia who's crawling the grave.
Oh, yeah, the guy who has like the hands all over.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
so,
I can see that too.
Kind of like that. But so now Batman should not be floating. Just saying, he should be on the ground, and you should have the Joker kind of in the background. That was kind of weird, but So yeah, the main cover is like it's kind of spoiler for those who aren't reading it though. But like, I don't really say anything. But why they're like always these creatures coming up at them? They look like Jokers. We still don't know why or whatever. But Joker's like, hello, copyright infringement. He's kind of pissed off, and he's basically forced to team up with Batman because Batman has no idea what's going on. All he knows is these things are hard to kill.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like cool. It's like kind of like we got a deceased, but Batman doesn't die.
Hey,
hey, right?
Excellent.
And then the art has just been great. What you see on the cover is the interior art you're gonna get to, with the lion stuff here and stuff. I admit, Silvestri's art was when I first saw, I was like, I don't care for this. Why is this doing this? You know, he doesn't. Is he doing the Batman Beyond? Does he have the wings in the background fly, or is it just really windy? I mean, if it was really windy, what did the back part go up to? I just don't like that stylized for that. But when I saw the first issue though, and I read the interior and I saw the art and stuff, there's a scene there where Batman's on the rooftop outside on top of the GCPD, and you see the rain coming down, you see the puddles on the ground. It just looks brilliant. So,
Nice.
And the story's good too.
Very cool.
I wouldn't say he's the best writer, but I'm saying his storytelling matches his art. And that's
I was gonna say if you're getting a Mark Silvestri book, I think most people are getting it for the art because that's what he's
of course.
for.
So this is these are the alternate covers here. Yeah, this is the Kelly Jones variant.
The tall ears.
So this is one half of a 2-part. So you have to get the second cover.
Oh.
At the other side.
Okay.
For those who love Kelly Jones, this is what you're gonna get. Or you're gonna wait for Kelly Jones put it for $400 on his website to pay for it. So I'd rather pay the $8 than whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, so that's why it's kind of my number 4 or number 3. I say my number 3 because there are 2 other books that I am really looking more forward to. But
Brain says I get Mark Silvestri books for the articles.
do you?
I wasn't aware they came with articles.
All right, so. And also, Harley Quinn is with the Joker in this, too. She's not
Oh,
with Ivy.
hey! Remember when Harley Quinn was a Joker sidekick /
What?
flunky? Nobody
So-
remembers that anymore.
They're misogynistic, of Mark Silvestri to put her back as being the Joker's girlfriend.
How dare he? Cue Greta Thunberg voice clip. How dare he?
That sounds like an Irishman. How dare he?
How dare
Nah.
he?
No.
A little bit.
All right, so enough shenanigans. Let's see. Does Undead Quinn have a number 3?
Yeah, it's my number 3. He's picking up Gargoyles number 1.
Oh, that's cool.
Specifically, the cover C by Perillo. Right on. Good choice, Undead Quinn. Good choice. He also says that he's a sucker for Kelly Jones covers, so that's probably what he'll be.
You know what though? I like to have those as bookend covers. For bookends.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be cool actually. Sounds pretty neat. All right, my number 3, or my number 2 rather.
Number 2.
My number 2, and I'm glad Breen's here because I want to hear his feedback on this. I know he's gonna rag.
Is it Punisher?
No, guys, come on.
Dark Web number 1.
No, Fantastic Four number 2.
Oh, how we already heard Breen's take on this.
I know. No, actually, trust me. Look, I'm reading through the Hickman run right now. I know that any Fantastic Four I read is going to be inferior to it.
I'm just going to say this.
What are you trying to say?
Awesome on the Gil Kane cover shot.
Oh, that's definitely a Gil Kane cover shot. Up Doom's. Actually, it's not even Doom. It's a Doom bot, I think. But yeah, right up his nose. The last issue, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was a good little. It focused just on one member of the team and the Thing and Alicia. This one is more about Reed and Sue. It does seem like Ryan North is doing that thing that I think it's Zeb Wells that's doing in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like he shows Spider-Man doing like a really terrible thing, but then he never gets around to talking what the thing is. I like that cover, the happy couple. That's kind of sweet.
And oh my gosh, they both aged. They're now a little older looking.
Well, yeah, I mean they should be. They should be.
Are they in their 50s now?
Well, realistically, they're probably in their 90s.
I know, but I'm thinking like.
We'll chalk it up to Cosmic Rays. We'll chalk it up to that. The Alex Ross cover is also really great.
Oh, look at that!
Look at that.
Is this now? Right? This is the first issue have one of these two?
I think the first issue did. I think it had one, but with the Thing. Let me backtrack here and see.
It would be cool, like if they put them together and you could have one.
No, he did. He had a Mr. Fantastic one, and it's the same black and white style.
For Maranya, if you're listening,
get that off my screen. I don't want to look at that. I'm going to cover you up with my panel over here. No, so the synopsis here is just like the Thing and Alicia went to a small town to like get away for a little bit. This issue is Reed and Sue on the run. They're going to a small town, and the only difference is their small town that they end up in is infestated by a certain evil warlord's minion robots, and so they're going to spend the entire issue fighting an army of Doombots, which sounds fine to me. Shoot, I love a good Doombot brawl. So, you still have that on there? Come on, man. Gosh. What on earth?
He's a rock kitty.
I hate this. I hate this so much. Get that off. The Peach Momoko cover, actually, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen her do. I don't hate it.
This looks like the guy from Neverending Story, the rock monster.
Well, I was going to say, he reminds me of the gargoyles from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh.
Like, what's his name? He was in Seinfeld. Jason Alexander. Like his gargoyle where the pigeons would land on him and shoo him away. Reminds me of that. But anyway, yeah. Iban Coelho's art in the last issue was really, really good. I'm glad to see that it looks like he's going to be the regular artist. Yep. I do like his artwork a lot. So even if Ryan North ends up writing terribly, I'll at least have some really good art to distract me. But yeah, it's been really fun. The first issue was really good. Hopefully the second one continues that. They call it the Night of Doom too. So
right.
I kind of like the title. I dig it. But that is my number 2 book. And Evil Black Cat said, if Ryan North wrote it, it's going to be a huge number 2. The last one was really good. So
I guarantee this. If it was the cat version of the Fantastic Four, Ash would be getting this. We all know that Ash likes furries.
Ash loves the furry books. Usagi Ojimbo, Samurai Doggy, Good Boy. I'm surprised he's not reading Sonic the Hedgehog.
Cultural appropriation. Wouldn't it be like species appropriation?
Something like that.
Yeah, because it's more like the cats.
Although they do like I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons did this thing where they replaced the word race with species. It could be racial. Come on, man! Why are you showing?
It's a catastic. It's a catastic Four. Sorry.
God. That's my. I should be telling the bad jokes here. I'm the jokester. Anyway. But yeah, Fantastic
Put your
Four.
claws away. You're fine.
Number 2 by Ryan North. God help me. And Yvonne Coelho. So there you go.
I didn't say Peter North.
No.
All right,
that's
so
a different
you understand that reference.
That's a very different North. That's a North that is not approved for children. Comics Code Authority denied.
When you Google the wrong name, you're like, oh, that's not what I was looking for.
Yep.
All right. Gargoyles is my number 2.
Oh, hey, how about that? We had some crossover.
Like I grew up with like Gummy Bears and Gargoyles and all the different Disney shows out. So I'm just sorry. Gummy Bears is awesome back in the day.
Gummy Bears. I remember Gummy
89,
Bears.
90, yeah.
I remember Gummy Bears. I had
You're only a few years younger than me, so yeah. So
that's true. That's true.
Keep drinking your whatever that is.
Coffee.
No. Sure. So no, yes. Like I said, this is like nostalgia for me. I'm hoping it's gonna be great. I didn't care for Human Targets, maybe because I didn't care for the lineup for the Justice League or Young Justice because they wouldn't use Wally because they want to tie into the show. And I'm like, I like Wally West. It's Kid Flash. You kill him off, and then you just have everyone else but Kid Flash. Don't even use him to begin with. Don't have Kid Flash in your show. That was a piss poor thing.
That's true, but I don't know if you could really blame Greg Weisman for that. I'm sure that has to have come from up above him, from like editing or something.
And the TV series?
No, on the comic.
The comic.
Target book.
But I'm saying that it ties into his show that he created. He's a showrunner for.
Oh, okay.
For Young Justice. So yeah, as I said, But anyway, so it was. This is one of my shows that I liked. I like the deal of it. We even had Riker from Star Trek as the billionaire guy. He basically helped him out. I think they don't list his character in here at all. They don't list any characters really.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, they don't even list who the characters are. But if they have him on this, they show him in any of the things. I don't think they do. I know they show the girl, but they don't show the guy. So I don't know if he's even part of this. But he was basically like the rich, the socialite, the businessman, like the Tony Stark with the ponytail back. Yeah, he had him. Yeah. So
the very 90s, the very 90s looking ponytail on the guy. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Anyways, so this was a show. Like I said, I hope it's gonna be great. We don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope it stays true to the cartoon. I hope they don't kill anybody off because somebody says, you know what, we should kill up the fan favorite. That being said, I
do a Dynamite.
I want to know because you watched this too. Who was your favorite character? Obviously, there's Puck. It's the only name I can remember other than Goliath. Puck is the guy who has the red, the horns, the white hair.
I mean,
like
Puck was all right. Goliath was. I mean, dude, honestly, I had a little cartoon crush on the Demoness. I'm not gonna lie. So
that's kind of creepy.
It's a little creepy, right? It's a little disturbing, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't really have a favorite. Like I thought with Gargoyles, I thought they were all kind of like I didn't favor one over all the others. It wasn't like DuckTales where it's like, okay, Launchpad McQuack was my favorite. But I mean,
Like
they were all pretty good. I thought maybe the dog one,
Goliath
the
is
dog,
Keith David, voice
right?
actor. Then you have the guy to the left of him was kind of like this kind of the dumb brute.
Yeah,
You had the older, wiser guy. You had Puck, who's
right.
kind of like him and this other guy on here, which I look. It basically, I always refer to him as Professor Pixel.
He's Peter Lorre. That's who he
Yes,
is.
it's me. Like
Yes, yes.
he's the Donatello of the group. He's always the scientist kind of like thing, and then Puck's kind
Yeah.
of like, yeah, I'll go with you. And then there's the dog. That's the one thing I always understood. They had the dog. Everyone else could talk, but the dog couldn't.
Yep.
It was like, but yeah,
wasn't the old guy? I thought the older one. I can't remember his name.
He was the wiser guy.
Hudley. He was voiced by Ed Asner, I think, though.
Might have been, yeah.
I think he was voiced by Ed Asner, I believe. But yeah, Keith David though. Keith David, my brother has been playing through I think it's the Mass Effect games that he voiced, playing through those, and he watched the last season of Community. He's like, I recognize that guy's voice.
Ed Asner was also not. Look for Ed Asner as a bad guy. Check out El Dorado with John Wayne and.
Dude, I saw y'all review that. I need to go back and watch that. That's actually one of my favorite John Wayne movies.
Yep.
I love that movie. I saw y'all reviewed it. I was like, oh, I need to go watch that.
Right. So that's my number 2. Under
Right
Quinn, did you post this?
He did. Ghost Rider, number 9 by Benjamin Percy. I believe it's Benjamin Percy.
Cool.
And Evil Black Cat thinks I'm a scaly, which I don't care for that at all. That's weird.
It means you like reptiles. You don't like.
Yeah,
well, you are. It's true. You prefer dinosaurs.
I do like dinosaurs. That is true, but not to that level where I'd call myself a scaly or I want to dress up as one.
Well, Demoness, you want to bang one.
We're not going to turn this stream into that. No, we're not going to do that. I'm putting the brakes on this right now.
Press 1 if you think Zach would go for Demoness if given a chance. Press 2, you're just grossed out. Press 3 if you're not even paying attention.
Anyway.
You're the only one.
Good stuff.
Or press nothing at all if you agree.
Now, don't do that. You must press a button. Get out of here, Evil Black Cat. Get out.
He's not paying attention, so you press 3.
What are they talking about? You just called me a scaly cat. What on earth? Anyway,
so let's go back in the comics.
Please, can we get back to the comics, please? I don't want to have this conversation
anymore. All right, so that was my number 2. So let's count down until you get to your number 1.
Sure. So my number 5, I had Thor number 29. Farewell, Donny Cates. Thor number 29 is number 5. Thanos Death Notes is number 4 with J. Michael Straczynski. Gargoyles number 1 is my number 3 book. Fantastic Four number 2 is my number 2. And then my number 1 book is a book that I'm very glad to see a title back on the shelves for. From Image Comics and my favorite Snyder, Noctera, Val Special number 1.
I did Gwen come in with the vote for number 1.
From Scott Snyder, Tony S. Daniel, and Francis Manapul as an artist on this one as well. And there's a dog on the cover. So just winning all around. It's a
German
special
Shepherd.
It's a special one-shot featuring the awesome art of Francis Manapul. Val reflects on her hard and sometimes merciless past in the wake of shocking events at the conclusion of the previous story arc, Pedal to the Metal. But when an unlikely ally reveals a way to find Val's convoy and take them to Eos, Val must go against her every instinct in order to trust this new partner. I have been loving the Noctera series so far. I think the world building that Scott Snyder and Tony S. Daniel have done is really fantastic. The way that they do the lighting, especially in the darkness, the way they contrast in this book has been awesome. So it's just a really cool story, really cool monsters. The black and white looks cool. I like the dog with the I like the colored one where the dog has like Christmas lights around him.
Yeah.
because they have to use the lights. If you haven't read the series, basically the world is plunged into darkness, and if you don't have a light source around you, like if you're not in light, you become like this shadow monster zombie creature, and it's not only humans, but it affects animals and plants sometimes and other things. That's a really cool cover too. So really cool
Blacktop Bill, I
world
bet you
building.
is the ally. The
I
new
bet
ally
you he
taken
is.
into the.
Blacktop
They-
Bill, I'm about to say, if you haven't been reading this, Blacktop Bill is probably the best, most evil new villain in a comic book in the last 5 years, probably. I think he's a better villain than the Batman Who Laughs, mainly because he's not overused like the Batman Who
Oh, look at
Laughs
this! Look at
was.
this cover.
Yeah, that one's really neat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, really excited to see a Noctera book back on the shelves again. It's been a minute. Um, And again, even though it's a one shot, I love Image is not price gouging for it. It's like staying at $3.99, which is about the average price you pay for a comic book. You know, they could very easily, you know, we saw DC a few weeks ago with the Death of Superman anniversary special and Kal-El Returns. They bumped the price up for those. So I'm happy to see Noctera and Image Comics isn't doing that.
Safe for Zach.
I hate that joke.
So
Y'all are funny. Y'all are hysterical. Well done. Well done. But yeah, check it out. It's probably one of my top 3 indie books that I'm reading right now, behind Geiger and Firepower. This is my favorite indie title that's going on. So definitely worth checking out. And that's my
yeah, this
number one
comic.
book.
If you're kind of wondering what
Oh
this
god,
comic
they
is,
gave that one a Spawn cover too.
yeah, you're right. It's Image.
I thought it was a DC thing that they were doing the Spawn variants with. But okay, sure, we'll put Spawn on any
Whatever.
cover, I guess.
I gotta say though, this if you've ever read this series, you're kind of wondering what it's like. If you've read Oblivion Song,
Mm-hmm.
where scientists cause chaos, this book's kind of similar a little bit in a sense.
Yeah,
So
it's really similar. It's really fun, just like the weird monsters they come up with. What was it? The last story they turned whales into these monsters.
oh
I
yeah,
think it was
all
whales
the
or
animals.
sharks.
So whales
Yeah.
are basically they're like the megas, like or whatever they call them, and they worry about them
Yeah.
because they will grab you in the water, they just attack you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Undead Quinn's his number 1 is up to a power bomb.
Do a power bomb. I always want to say it like that rabbit from Star Fox. Do a barrel roll.
Fox, do a barrel roll. Skippy, no.
No.
Yeah, Slippy, whatever it is Slippy or Skip, can't remember it is.
I think it's Slippy Toad. That's his name. Ah, wow,
Falco.
I remembered that.
Falco the Falcon. Yeah.
Falco Lombardi. That was my favorite one. He was like the Han Solo.
All right, so counting down to my number 1. Well, Red Sonja, Vampiro versus Red Sonja was my number 1, and then we had Batman 130 is my number 4. Number 3 is Batman and the Joker. Number 2, my number Batman and the Joker. Number 2 was my number 3. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying that. Number 2 is Gargoyles. Obviously, we just saw that, and my number 1 is a book I've been just waiting for. This I heard about this coming out and be like, I just want to get this. Because I'm loving this. Of course, if you don't know what it is, I'd be shocked, really shocked. It's X-Men, Extreme X-Men, number 1. It's the same creative team from 20 years ago, from 2001, coming back and continuing the story, and it has nothing to do with the Krakoa crap. I love it.
Crapcoa.
Crapcoa, yeah. Bishop, Sage, Gambit, Rogue, Rachel Summers, and her original costume is the Phoenix. She has the spikes, the red costume.
Not actually a fan of the original Rachel Summers costume.
Oh, I said it just.
Kitty Pryde looks great though, and Rogue looks great, and Storm
Kitty Pryde was a badass in this. She was, she's Wolverine was pretty cool in this too. Bishop, I love it. I love his outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is like when Blade right after Blade, they realize, oh my gosh, let's just make Bishop. He's kind of cool. Look at the glasses, man. Everything, the whole from the cover. This is the book that, as we were talking I was talking to Ed Brewer last night, and Celeste, you're not rubbing off on me at all. Uh, uh, no, Edward was on the channel last night talking to us through the chat on Ash Comics. We're on this book, and I said, "Yes, what everything coming out? What cover pops out stands out to you the most?" Extreme X-Men. And like I said, it's Chris Claremont. Chris Claremont just did the 5-issue Gambit series, which was fun. And just proved that he can still write. He can still hang with it. Now, this is probably going to be a 5 or 4-issue miniseries, which kind of sucks. I want to do
That's sad.
Yeah. I know Claremont's like 67. Or he's got to be.
That's actually not that old.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's not.
You can still, like, writing, like, you can still write at 67.
Drawing is where it gets hard because your hand gets cramps, you know.
You can get, like, carpal tunnel, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Where Chris Claremont can just speak it. He doesn't have to write it.
He can just type it out, or you know, he could even just talk to somebody, like dictate it to somebody.
Yeah.
But
voice to text, man.
Exactly.
Anyway, so like I said, I am just excited for this. I love this version. This is probably my favorite version of the X-Men. Now people are like, well, it's because you grew up with this. If you write the Byrne stuff, this is Claremont. And when I got into comic books, this is my Claremont X-Men. So I'm really excited to go back to this. This last the original.
He's 72, not 67.
Well, it's
still not terribly old, but I could see the.
My point is, he's not pickled.
He's not pickled.
Well, yeah.
He's not Joe Biden, basically.
I didn't say that.
I did. I'll own it.
But like I said, characters like Sage. Sage is basically he's a living computer.
I was about to say I have no idea who Sage is. I thought it was Domino.
Did you ever watch the show, the bad show, horrible show? It's called Gifted. There was a girl.
I started to. I think I made it like a couple of episodes.
Do you remember the girl who basically she plugged herself into computers and was hacking the things? That's Sage. No.
Okay. Yeah. The last thing I remember was they revealed that the twins were Von Strucker twins or something.
Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, so Sage is a character basically at this time in this story arc. Rogue and Gambit had both lost their powers. They were happy off living off, and they get living together, with no powers. And they were going through. I believe they're going through couple therapy through Emma Frost was trying to help them.
Interesting.
Reintroduce their. I think I'm not sure if this is right after M Day or Mutant Day or whatever.
M Day would have been early 2000s, so it might have been.
I'm not sure if it ties in, but anyway, so they brought in. So Sage is like basically was brought in to help them out, and Sage actually helped jumpstart their powers again.
Oh, okay.
Much to basically because Rogue and Gambit were happy, and Rogue was happy she could touch things, but Gambit was kind of like the opposite, though. It's kind of like his thing is, having that power. Yeah. He's like, and at the time, Rogue was completely different. She was a mechanic. It was a different thing. Okay. So MD was 2006. So so I thought it maybe tied in that, maybe I was wrong. So overall,
before that,
Kitty Pryde was running the. She was headmistress. She was running the school, too.
The Xavier School?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know that she was headmistress when Wolverine was running the school.
Yeah.
But okay. Interesting.
So it's been 20 years, man. I'm trying to remember too.
I was about to say I don't remember anything with X-Men before Utopia. Or not Utopia, Messiah Complex. That's the last major thing I remember. Was
like you said, this was one of my favorite runs, of X-Men.
Yeah.
This is a callback here to the Rogue Garcia guy who did the art covers, more art. So this is what you're going to get in.
Looks like Cannonball.
Yeah, Sam Gunther, Cannonball.
Nice. I love Cannonball. Cannonball's cool. Storm looks like she stole Miss Marvel's old costume with the lightning bolt across the chest.
Yeah. I think this is Forge, or it could be Bishop again. I'm not sure.
I think it's Bishop. Forge has doesn't Forge have like a robot leg or a prosthetic leg?
Well, I don't know. This could be a different angle, but it might be Bishop still.
Could be.
Probably it's good because they didn't list Forge at all, but it's probably his Bishop. Yeah, he's got long hair.
Oh,
so this.
Marvel, what are you doing?
Look at Rachel back. She's got the bird. This is as so cute as a print. I don't need it as a cover, but it's
Marvel, you have a problem.
look at Wolverine.
Wolverine, that oh my gosh, it looks like Jimmy Quirks.
It
Like
doesn't it? With
if
the
Jimmy
mug
Quirks
shot.
had sideburns, that's Jimmy. Look like a serious looking Jimmy. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's actually pretty funny. But the rest of it, no. I don't need any more cat covers, Marvel. Come on.
I want the cat universe, Marvel. Give me the Maleverse.
Please don't. That's an MCU we definitely don't need.
The Meowcu.
Meow. You're having way too much fun with this. It's kind of disturbing.
I am. I know.
That's a cool one. I think if I had to get a cover, that would be the one I'd go with. It reminds me of the Losers. Remember that movie, The Losers?
Yeah.
It reminds me of a movie poster.
Remember the comic? Remember the comic that he was selling on the auction this side? Oh wait, you weren't there.
No, I wasn't there. I know. I was eating cake.
Yeah.
Also, it looks like his Ultimate X-Men costume.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah, it's extreme. They changed the costumes to be because this is a standalone. It had nothing to do with the actual canon.
Actually, I know everybody likes Rogue with like the leather jacket, but this might be my second favorite Rogue costume.
Yep.
And of course, you got Gambit with the trench coat. Of course, Evil Black Cat says he wants it. Of course you do, Evil Black Cat. You want your representation, I know.
So this is what she also. And now this is the weird pose too. Ash was talking about this. Why is he posed like this?
Yeah,
so
that's a weird one.
It's supposed to be a homage to, I guess, a different cover with the X-Men.
Yeah, like the original #1, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. Rogue doesn't look bad.
Well, this is how Rogue was. She had the tattoos on her arm.
Yeah.
You know, and she was working, and she worked on.
She stole Matt Murdock's glasses, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I think they might have been Gambit's glasses. Remember, Gambit had his powers.
Oh, that's true. Could be.
Rachel
Summers looks like a boy.
You look at Rachel Summers. Did you look at Elliot Page behind him?
Oh my god! I thought Rachel was Elliot Page.
No, it's the long hair. You just can't see it. It's just kind of the angle, but
see, Sage looks like Domino just without the spot around her eye.
The other thing about this is that Bishop looks like from Dawn of the Dead. He's the big security guard.
Bishop looks like Roadblock from G.I. Joe. I'm expecting him to yell, "Yo, Joe!" and then just mow down a bunch of
Tyrese. He's Tyrese, man.
No, Tyrese yells. Tyrese screams. You can tell Bishop's got a deeper voice.
Yeah, but Tyrese is from you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah, I know Tyrese.
Not Fast and Furious. I'm talking about Tyrese.
Oh, not that Tyrese. Oh, that I don't know.
Walking Dead.
Oh, that Tyrese. T-Dog.
T-Dog.
Yeah, no. T-Dog is somebody else. Tyrese is the guy with the hammer.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
And then here's the Scott Williams.
Getting my Tyrese mixed up. That's a pretty good cover.
Yeah, the nose is kind of weird though. It's like, why does she look? That's the way the nose.
The nose looks fine. I think she's got the hair curl that comes down over it. That might be a little distracting, but I like that one though.
It's the shadowing.
That is the definitive best Rogue costume though.
Well, yeah, the little jacket, the half jacket.
Yeah. I challenge anyone to say otherwise.
Second printing for Storm. So.
It's all right. I like the little thundercloud.
I know, it's
that's actually pretty funny.
All right, so overall,
it is good. I do like to see Chris Claremont get. It is sad, like you're saying, that it's just a mini series. If I was Marvel and I wanted to get something out there to get X-Men fans excited, I would do two things. I would put Chris Claremont on an ongoing book. You know, at least give him an assistant or something to help him out. But I mean, you could have him do an ongoing for at least a year.
Yeah, Undead Cats. What's with the cat variants? I don't know.
They started doing this last year with Iron Man and Hellcat.
Yeah, so
that was the first one, and that was like the ghost from A Christmas Carol.
I just want
introducing all the other ones.
I just want cats now. Just give me cats as like Avengers. You know, cats. You know.
Well, they did the Pet Avengers. That had a cat. They had
the Justin give me. Oh my gosh! If we could just get Avengers versus Justice League, you know, and have like the Justice League be the dogs, and have
Team Justice League all the way. The Justice Dogs, Crypto and Ace against all these cat posers. Yes, please, by all
So
means.
this is a 1 in 10 Loroka.
That's pretty cool.
So I mean, it's kind of cool that these are like they have the 1 in 10 variants. So if you buy 10 books, you get this variants.
Yeah.
Versus but this is a 1 in 25. It's kind of weird. That should just be a normal like 1 in 10.
It should not be a 125.
Yeah. The 1 in 50 is a hidden gem. I don't really call it a hidden gem. It's just basically him just doing his art again. But overall, so that's my favorite book of the week. I don't think any of the books will come close to it. And not because I'm just biased, it's just the fact that I just like Claremont's writing. Especially when it comes to Extreme X-Men. I think that was probably his best. I've gone back and I've read not all of it, but most of his stuff from the stuff with John Byrne and Claremont, and I just like this version of the team more. I also like the Jim Lee Claremont, the '90s, the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So that's my favorite book of the week. Hopefully it holds up true.
Absolutely.
All right, so here comes the good part. Now we get to talk about the. Not that all this was bad, but we get to talk about the basically the trades and the hardcovers.
Yeah, I was taking a peek at those a little earlier. There's some interesting stuff coming out. I don't know if there's anything that I'll spring for Christmas shopping and everything going on right now, but they got some pretty cool books.
So King in Black is finally getting an omnibus. I don't know why. They already had a King in Black kind of story, the original, but I guess it's going to collect all the side books. Okay. I bought the hardcover of King in Black before the actual event. So
yeah. Oh, but hey, look, you got Black Panther by Christopher Priest.
You just passed the Immortal X-Men. How dare you?
Yeah, I did. You're darn right, I did. Was Immortal? It's not Jonathan Hickman, so just anything else that's modern X-Men, I pretty much.
So Lazarus is finally releasing the volume 7, even though it's not anything new. All it is basically collected the ones that we had to wait for 3 years for it to come out. To put them all one thing. It's like when I saw it, I was like, "Yay, Lazarus!" And I was like, "Oh, it's a volume." We do have a George
Perez poster book. Yeah,
it's for $25.
That's pretty neat.
I know there was on Facebook. I have to look it up again, but I know his wife or family they were talking about something about a poster book, and it comes with posters inside of it.
That's got to be this, I would think.
Yeah, and it goes the money goes towards the family.
Oh, that's cool.
I wonder if it's the proceeding of this, or if they got their own personal thing. If somebody who follows George Perez on Facebook, or if you can look up that post and see if confirm that, but yeah. Savage Dragon Ultimate Collection hardcover.
No, thank you.
One Piece.
Yes, 101
of 1001.
No, that's the most up to date one.
I know,
because each volume has like 4 or 5 chapters in it. Yeah. So yeah.
But they're currently at 1,000 chapters, aren't they?
1,000 episodes of the TV show. Actually, over 1,000. It might be like 1,020, something like that. I've been binging it over the last few days.
Skip, if you're here, I think Skip had said last night that he's going to be getting the Black Lotus, or he likes picking up trades. Usually, and this comic just ended like 2 weeks ago. It's a 5-year thing. Now, if you're going to read this, for Black Lotus, I would recommend you go check out the anime first, the cartoon.
Yeah.
Because this is a sequel to that. It comes it talks about what happened in there. So there's huge spoilers. And if you're a Blade Runner fan, and like I say, it's fun. And it's not where I guess people say like, oh, there's a female in now. They're just replacing all the guys stuff. No, the Blade Runners are actually pretty good. They're not Disney Blade Runner. So
I see the Spawn Universe collection. That looked pretty interesting too.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be collecting Gunslinger. And what was the other one?
It's got to be maybe King Spawn.
Spawn universe with extra stories with Gunslinger Spawn and the Scorch #1.
Oh, okay. So it's got a little bit of everything.
Yes,
It's like a little
yes.
sampler.
144 pages for $10.
Not bad.
No, yeah. Tom McFarlane, Steve Zgolia, Brett Booth, Jim Chung, Paul Sakura, and cover artist is by J. Scott Campbell.
Very cool.
So yeah, so Scorch #1, Spawn Universe #1, and Gunslinger Spawn #1. So if you missed those first three issues, get it. It's $10, man.
Yeah, why not?
And Scorch is good.
Scorch is fantastic.
I like the first issue of Gunslinger, but like I just didn't care to follow the character because I was like, he's gonna be in Scorched anyway. So why am I reading him by himself?
Right.
Like,
that's why when I was reading Avengers, like, why would I pick up Iron Man or Thor if I can read them in an Avengers book?
Yeah, interacting stuff.
Right.
But yeah, so it's. I mean, if they give the girl, she spawned her own book, I might pick that up and read that.
I would read a Lady Spawn book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Because I know that she'll have more personality than actual Spawn. All right, so
Dan Slott's She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Omnibus.
Yeah, so this is the 2022 printing is the new version.
Mm-hmm. Probably the best thing that he's ever written.
Is it?
Probably.
Maybe.
What else has Dan Slott written that we like?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Ty Templeton also has some writing credits in here too as well.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Those know Ty Templeton, he does the Batman animated books.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got Paul Pelletier, Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor, Scott Collins, Juan Bobillo, Mike Vosberg, Rick Burchett, Lee Weeks, Greg Horn, Mike Mayhew, Eric Powell, Gary Ernstine, Joe Sinat, Paul Smith, Edward Barreto, Don Simpson, Bill Payne, Emily Watson, Tom Gummett, Ron Friends, Sal Buscema, Cliff Rathburn, Rick Mager.
Dang, I got a lot of people.
Marcelo Sosa, Nelson DeCastro. Yeah, we're getting to the inking now. But so basically it collects She-Hulk 1 through 12 from 2004, that series. And then it has the 1 through 21 2005 series, 1 through 21. And then it also has Marvel Westerns, Two Gun Kid.
Oh yeah, I had. You know what? I had those in a Western collection.
Yeah.
Because She-Hulk went back in time to the Old West with Two Gun Kid, not Rawhide Kid. Two Gun Kid.
So that's good. That's kind of cool.
Oh, Breen says that Dan Slott wrote a really fun Spider-Man Human Torch miniseries. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out because I like the friendship between John and Peter.
Marvel Westerns, the Two Gun Kid #1, which came out in 2006. So that's $100. And now take it in grain though. Take it note that everything you're seeing here is advertised for these prices. If you go through your comic book shop, it will be these prices. If you go through in-stock trades, they usually lay a pretty big discount on these.
You know, another site I found recently that might be worth looking at if you want like a discounted price. I found one called Organic Priced Books. It's kind of like in-stock trading or in-stock trades where they do discounts off of the cover price. So that might be an organic price book, I think is the name of the website.
So I remember it was $125 for that Invaders, and then you got it for 90. Yeah. And then
90, 95, something like that.
And then in-stock trade had it for like $75.
I could have saved an extra 20. Yeah. But, yeah, that New Warriors omnibus. I'm keeping my eye on the New Warriors one that came out a week or two ago because that thing I think you can get it for like 85 off in-stock trading.
So this book is like Arena, the Night of the Hunter. That is actually collecting Arena issues number 7 through 12, Spider-Man and Arena, the Hunter Revealed, and material from Captain America 602 through 605. Because she's going to be in the new Madam Web.
I always forget about that movie.
Yeah.
And then they show like who is it that's playing Madam Web? It's the girl from 50 Shades of Grey, I think. Felicity something. I think she's like a young Madam Web.
No, but this main characters is they have Nomad, Rebecca Barnes from Counter Earth, Peter Parker, and Arena. Night Nurse is in this. Linda Carter.
Linda Carter was Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but when this universe is called Night Nurse.
Oh, okay.
Mad Dog. Never heard of them.
Sounds like Wild Dog from.
But so basically we have so that's Sofia Corazon. She's Arena, or I guess her mother has candles or whatever. So anyway, yeah. So that's what that is, and I'm trying to think what else here. It's just kind of like the voices of water. Okay, I thought that was Marvel at first. Voices that matter. Oh, I was gonna say the voices that matter. No.
I was thinking Shape of Water. I was thinking of that movie. Shape of
It's like Marvel Masterworks, the Invincible Iron Man volume number 15. This is the hardcover. Nice. For I said this is $75. Now I imagine what in stock trade has it for, like 50. This is collecting Iron Man from 1968 issues 145 through 157. So it has Hall of Fame creative trio of Michelini, Layton, and Romita Jr. concludes its classic tenure with a run of stories that pushes armored adventure to its limits. Tony Stark isn't the only one constantly upgrading his tech when Whiplash returns with a fearsome set of augmented powers and a new codename called Backlash. Blacklash.
Oh my god.
Really? I hope that is that it's or just typo.
That's funny.
And then Ant-Man takes his IT role at Stark International to superheroic links. And what happens when Doctor Doom and Iron Man travel back in time to the era of King Arthur's Camelot? Yes, that's Doom Quest is on this.
I think so, yeah.
Doom Quest. It is. Yep. Plus the Living Laser, the Mauler, and the Unicorn return to menace Iron Man Stark. And wait till you see Iron Man's awesome new stealth armor. Yes.
Nice. The stealth armor debut was cool.
Yeah. So going back to this, inside trades. No,
inside. Yeah, it was like in stock trade, right? Or in stock trading.
In stock trades.
Yeah, that's it.
So Eric Breen saying that Linda Carter is Night Nurse's name. She was a character going back to the late 50s in a romance style comic from Atlas. So Linda Carter, student nurse.
I don't remember that being her name. See, when I think Night Nurse, I think of Rosario Dawson from the Netflix shows like Daredevil and Luke Cage. I don't remember her name being Linda Carter, though. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen the show.
I know that Marania had said that she would really be happy if somebody bought this for her.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
She wants to get her little greedy little hands and everything when she can with these Marvel Masterworks. And I didn't realize there's that many volumes of
15, yeah.
Yeah, 15 now.
That's a lot. A lot of Iron Man, a lot of Tony.
All right. Carl the Viking, number 5 and volume 2 is for the Rebellion. Is that Garth Ennis? That is. Then it goes into manga. But look, there's Captain America, which came out this week too.
Volume 6.
And then they have the alternate cover. With variant volume 333 of Marvel Masterworks. And then Rainbow Days and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so for those of you who don't collect the new stuff but collect the trades, old stuff like that, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. Joker's Asylum, I believe, is new stuff. That is it's Jason Aaron. Sorry. It collects Joker's Asylum. So it collects the 2008 Joker's Asylum stuff. You had number 1 was the Joker. Number 2 was the Joker Asylum, the Penguin, Joker Asylum, Poison Ivy, Joker Asylum, Scarecrow, Two-Face. You know what it reminds you of? One Bad Day. And each was a different character.
Oh, yeah. The new One Bad Day stuff going on right now, yeah.
So this went from 2008 into 2010 because they had Joker Asylum number 2, which featured the Riddler, Harley Quinn, Mad Hatter, Killer Croc, and Clayface.
If you knew how to juggle and tell a really good story, you could get all these characters and their perspectives in the main story, and you wouldn't need to have their own individual spin-off titles. That's my opinion, though.
No. So yeah. So basically, you're getting who are the writers on this? Jason Aaron, J.T. Kroll, Arvid Nelson, Joe Harris, Mike. Right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to remember. Kevin Shinick.
Wolf
Uh,
Knight.
no,
Shink.
Kevin Shinnick is he's the one that took over between Josh Williamson and Jeremy Adams on The Flash, I believe.
Ah, okay.
I think
Okay.
he's the one that wrote the Alchemist book
Interesting.
story.
Now, Evil Black Cat says that the Joker's Asylum Killer Croc story was really good. He says the word amazing.
But was that written by Killer Croc? When we look at this, let me see who the writer is. That's we're talking about Joker Style number 2. Yeah,
He just says Killer Croc.
yeah. Killer Croc. That was So that was Mike Rake.
Oh, okay.
With Cliff Richards as the artist, along with David Yarden.
Okay.
So looks pretty cool.
Neat.
The Beauty and the Beast.
Tale as old as time.
Never do that again.
Never going to. Don't worry. I was just thinking of that. Never again.
All right, so yep, that's what's coming out this week. George Perez trade paperback. It's kind of cool. If you don't, it's basically a collector of all his stuff he's done, covers, work. It's a poster portfolio cover celebrating the prolific career of renowned artist George Perez. Wow, they really have to say that in the that's the name of the title. Featuring artwork from the new Teen Titans, Wonder Woman, Crisis and Infinite Earths, and more. This collection spotlights George's penchant for creating some of the most iconic and unforgettable images in comics. The posters in this volume present but a fraction of the work by this beloved illustrator, whose art was touched by the hearts of comic fans around the world for generations. Includes a special BDSM variant. That's for you, Brain. 42 pages for $25. Now, Ash in Comics said that was too pricey for him. I said, you know what? I don't really own a lot of these books, but it's kind of cool. I don't collect portfolios, the art books by people.
I think for George Perez's art, and this might just be me, just because I like his artwork, his art style this much, but I think that seems like a decent price. If it was somebody else's art, like Riley Rossmo, or Peach Momoko, I would say it's overpriced. But George Perez, I think it seems like a good price to me.
Oh my gosh, you're getting groupies in the chat here. She likes your singing. She likes that song.
I sang like half of one verse. I know what I sound like in person. I can't imagine how good it sounds over the headset.
That's right. If you want more of that song, we do have a PayPal that goes across at the bottom here.
I didn't realize that me singing was one of the things.
Oh no. For $5, you can get the full uncut version of Zach Unleashed.
Unleashed? What on earth? You make it sound like I'm like a monster or something.
That man is.
Yeah, I know. You shouldn't have to pay for something as bad as my singing. That's true.
I do. It's called therapy.
Hey!
All right. So hope you guys saw something that you liked. Maybe something that interested you. Obviously, for me, I'm looking forward to Extreme X-Men. If they have the George Perez thing here, I'm gonna look it up. But if they don't, I'm gonna go back and check out Facebook because I'm really interested to see if that's actually if that's what they're talking about. His family's. I'll look it up as far as.
I'm Googling it right now. Art portfolio.
I know his wife had made a post about it, so I was curious about that.
Yeah. Are you looking that up? I'll just talk or something if you're.
I'll look it up. If you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take over the reins of this show. So anyway, what was I looking at? I was actually surprised. CBR is I was surprised they actually posted an article that I agreed with. They've been doing that a lot recently. They had an article and I hadn't read it yet, but I saw the headline. It was Peter David is an unsung hero of Marvel and DC Comics. No shit, CBR, but hey, at least they're saying it. They could be demonizing him, I guess, and saying Megan Fitzmartin's the better one. But it's just an article and talking about how he had a whole bunch. He redefined the Hulk, and Talks about several other Marvel heroes he wrote. He did Spider-Man 2099 and X Factor, and then of course over at DC they had his Aquaman and his Young Justice series. Actually, he also wrote. I just got this in the mail the other day from England Teens Auction a few weeks ago. This is the trade of Supergirl from Peter David with Gary Frank writing, Volume 1. I was kind of just skimming through it. It actually has a crossover or a team up issue with her and Mary Marvel. I actually really dig the art. It's very 90s. So, and then I think there's like a 2 or 3 part story in here where she gets brainwashed by Gorilla Grodd. So, and then, hey, she was in the Suicide Squad. She dies in like the first 10 minutes. But, so yeah, got that in the mail the other day. Also got some All-Star Squadrons for my collection that I hadn't had. Really psyched about that. I do love some All-Star Squadrons. So, the greatest heroes of World War II. Also, some Defenders books. So, which is becoming one of my new favorite titles. I didn't like the Defenders so much when I first got into comics, but now I'm like, these guys are pretty cool. I really like this one because it has like this weird pirate musketeer guy.
Right.
That's really neat. But, hey, look, in this one, there's a certain man without fear in the floating heads. Daredevil. So I guess Daredevil joins the Defenders, at least briefly. And then that's the Valkyrie that we all know and love right there with the Madonna outfit. Did Austin P.S. Does Supergirl commit slip and slide in the book? I don't think so.
Excuse me?
I don't know. And then I got some cool number ones. I did get one of the better books I think that Bendis wrote, New Avengers #1 with David Finch art. I remember reading this when it was fairly new. I like the story a lot. So there was that. And then I got the first appearance post-crisis of, that's your word, by the way. You haven't said that tonight, actually. I'm surprised. You haven't said post-crisis all night. But this is Crypto the Superdog. And I believe this is the first full comic appearance of Connor Kent. Not his first appearance ever, but I think like his first full appearance is in here. And there's a bonus Superman poster in here, too. So, drink. I have nothing to drink. I said post-crisis. If he says it, I drink. If I say it, then...
You've said it more than I've said it all night.
I know. That's what I was saying. I was surprised. You haven't said it at all tonight. It was shocking. Rhaegar popped in the chat. Finally, Rhaegar's here. He says, Venkman's dressing like a butch lesbian.
Actually, I just got back from a lumberjack match, actually.
Undead Quinn says CBR did something right. It is kind of. CBR, they put a few decent articles out in the past few months. I mean, there's still a bunch of trash articles that they write, don't get me wrong. But it is nice every now and then to see them write something that's like, okay, that's actually common sense. So let me see, what else is there that happened? Of course, this week, fear not, Zach, I will drink for you. Thank you, Rhaegar. Such a brave soul. Of course, we saw the other day, Kirstie Alley died at 71, I believe she was. Really sad to hear. Let me see, what else was there? I thought I saw something else, though, in the news today. Or as far as nerd culture news goes. Oh, you know that Netflix movie we were talking about, Troll?
Yeah.
Apparently it's about to set like a big record for Netflix. It's like the biggest premiere of a non-English movie ever. It's got like, right now, it's got almost 76 million hours worth of watch time on it. So it's like, yeah, so that's the largest movie that they've done that hasn't been in English. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'll have to give that movie a shot.
Yeah, I can't find the article or that's the site, but I thought it was.
And then
Rhaegar, why are you against lesbians that are butch? And
and Rhaegar says, "Rip Kirstie Alley. She was an interesting Twitter follow and she was kind of based. I will say she was kind of based. Also, she was the best.
We're not gonna use based on here.
We're not going
We're
to use
not going to use Stan. We're not going to use all that Zoomer talk.
Based is not the same as Stan. Based is short for something.
Sorry, Zach. It's not all about family here.
It's always about family. That's the best.
Raker is just jealous because he's not manly enough to swing an axe and wear flannel.
Now, Kirstie Alley was the best looking Vulcan that Star Trek ever had. I will say that.
Yep.
And it's also actually, now that I think, I've been watching Frasier, and they do like these episodes where they'll have people from Cheers guest star in Frasier. They never had Kirstie Alley, from what I can remember. They showed just about everybody else. They showed like Ted Danson and John Ratzenberger and all of those guys, but not Kirstie Alley. Bass, Stan, Bussin'. It's all. I've never heard Bussin'. Never heard that. Based, I know, is shorthand for like based in facts. Stan, I don't get, but whatever.
Yeah, I won't cut down your tree. But do a little on your house.
Then he'll be like, "Don't worry, little Rhaegar. You can come bunk with me."
No. All right. So if you guys enjoyed this, I saw some cool stuff. Did you guys in the chat see any books that you guys might be interested in? I know Undead Quinn is the only one who says like, "I'm getting this week." Everyone's just like.
Actually, I thought Skipintosh put his comics further up here. Let me scroll up. I think he did. It was all in one go, though. Yeah, he did. He put 4 books. So he's picking up Batman number 130.
That's way up there.
Sword of Azrael number 5. I didn't even realize that was out this week. All Against All number 1. And then, of course, he's getting Dual Power Bomb number 7. So he's got 4 books that he's picking up this week.
Wow.
Nice.
Cool.
Awesome. We'll cut down the Amazon together.
I like that.
All right. Awesome. You guys need to go watch Fern Gully. Save the trees. Actually, I hated that movie.
He's got to save threes,
Yeah.
Fern Gully.
No.
That
was a 90s cartoon I have no nostalgia for. That's the opposite of Gargoyles. If they did a Fern Gully comic, I would keep that away from me.
Apparently, I sound like a Baltov, where the hell is the character's name? The flying white bat.
Oh, from Anastasia.
Do not sound like him.
No, a little bit.
I don't know.
It's not a 1-to-1 comparison, but
hey, I do not sound like the guy.
Yeah.
There's no Russian collusion here.
Austin P. Fern Gully is just an animated version of Avatar. That's all it is. Preachy propaganda about saving the
Fern Gully is where Christian Slater gets shrunken down and gets it on with a fairy.
That was Christian Slater, wasn't it? I always forget about Christian Slater. Then he pops up somewhere.
Back when fairies were women, not guys.
Oh, not guys named Tim Drake or Bobby Drake.
Ooh, I'm sorry. They better leave Darkwing Duck alone.
Don't touch that duck. Or Nathan Drake. They should leave Nathan Drake alone too.
Yeah, even though it was propaganda against cutting down like the Amazon and stuff, it's all right though.
It was an all right movie. Yeah,
it was an okay movie.
Terrible. Land Before Time was better. I love Land Before Time.
the little ducky.
Ducky. Okay, Ducky was annoying though. Spike was the cool one.
Definitely, yeah.
He didn't say anything. He just ate. It's like Spike is my spirit animal.
Yeah. Try not to end on a tragic note here. You bring up Land Before Time.
That's just the first movie that's tragic. You go to like 2, 3, 4, they're fine.
Wow, it's about the actress who played Ducky. Or Plucky, whatever it was.
No, it was Ducky.
Ducky, yeah.
Yeah. Austin P says that I agree with. I just rewatched Avatar last month. E is crazy.
Wait, crazy?
Why is E crazy?
Did E say it's gonna bomb, or did E say it's good?
I know Ash says Ash loves Avatar. So I don't know what he said.
It's kind of hard to do a sequel all these years and expect it to be good. But Top Gun did it though. But
Top Gun, yeah.
But the reason Top Gun was so great because it was patriotic.
That's true. Oh, E loves that. Okay, so E and Ash both love Avatar. Okay. I mean, look, the cinematography is top notch.
Yeah.
Like it no doubt changed movie making technology as we know it. I just, as far as the plot goes, like it's Pocahontas and Ferngully mixed together and put in space. So, which I don't have a problem with, but yeah, we'll see.
Rhaegar, you're preaching to the choir here.
Yeah,
I
same.
never watched the first one. Don't care for the second one.
If I do see the second one, it'll be because I get a free movies on my movie theater club membership.
You know where I saw part of the first movie. I take it back. I did see a part of it clip it on FX.
Okay, yeah, FX did have it. Yeah,
and
they did have some cool. They did have some good actors. They had like Stephen Lang. I like Stephen Lang as an
That's
actor.
true. Stephen Lang is pretty cool. Sam Wellington, I think it was him. The guy from Terminator Salvation.
Yeah, he was in everything. Worthington.
Yeah, Worthington. Yeah.
Because he was in like Clash of the Titans and Terminator Salvation. He was in everything for like 2 or 3 years.
I hope Avatar 2 becomes Legend of Korra. Legend of Korra. That's what I want in blue.
I don't want Legend of Korra anymore. Last Airbender was the GOAT.
I thought it was the last Avatar. It was Airbender? Okay.
Yeah, Last Avatar was the first one, and then Korra was the sequel. That was like 2 generations.
But wasn't it also called Avatar?
It was called Avatar: The Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was called Avatar: The Last Airbender. So, who was not the last Airbender, shockingly. And then he disappeared.
All right. So, it is offensive to Pocahontas, aka Elizabeth Warren. Please do not bring that up. Saying it's like what is with Warren because she's awesome. And thank you for serving, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were being serious. I'm sorry.
Was I? I don't know.
Were you? I don't know. I thought you were.
And it had catchy songs. Yeah.
Hey, catchy song. It did have, and Mel Gibson. But maybe that's why maybe we should cancel Pocahontas.
Honestly, I just want to see someone take Pocahontas, put Elizabeth Warren's face over it, and then just have like you see her husband in the background with a hammer being attacked by another man.
Okay. I was about to say, where are you going? I'd already forgotten that whole story.
But overall, if you haven't already done so, please click like on this. We love the fact you guys interact with us during the live stream. It's kind of cool. Otherwise, I'd be forced to talk to Zach all the time, and no one wants that.
Nobody does. Let's be real here. Nobody wants that.
Mel Gibson was John Smith in that movie. Oh.
Yeah. I was surprised when I learned that too. I was like, hey, cool.
All right.
But that was before he got canceled for, drunk driving and the insult theme that he did that followed that. But
didn't he I guess it was, I don't know if there's any truth to it, but apparently they were saying like he said anti-Semitic. He said like screw Hollywood, the Jews run it. And I was like,
he said stuff like that during while he was driving drunk, he got pulled over.
I'm just glad he didn't pull a Kanye and say I like Hitler because that would have been worse for him.
Oh God. That was crazy.
I'm sorry. Kanye needs help.
Kanye needs. Who'd have thought that Kim Kardashian would actually be the more put together one in the relationship?
I can't. It just boggles me to even say that because she dated Pete Davidson shortly right after that.
She is dating Pete Davidson.
No, they broke up about a couple months ago, bro.
Oh, did they?
Pete Davidson was Emily Ratajkowski, the model that was on that video, and they went topless. A couple years back. Okay. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Don't ask me how I know that. Sources say.
I don't keep up with the Kardashians. I don't keep up with them. Yes. What is Evil Black Cat wanting to clip? What did I say? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I say a bunch of things. So, but anyway.
That's
something about Mel Gibson.
About Kanye.
About Kanye.
I guess so. There are no good guys. She's calculating and manipulative.
Could be.
Kanye built her brand. She built her brand, and then she continued her brand based off her. Yeah, because people are wondering how the Kardashians became famous. Their father.
Well,
O.J. Simpson trial.
And Kim also got famous because of a sex tape.
That too.
She built a lot of her brand off that.
Yeah.
So. Pete is with Emily Ratajkowski, the new Tomb Raider chick.
Thank you. I'm not that's where I learned about that. He was with that topless chick girl who stands because she can topless. She
Yeah.
sucks as a model.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, Holly weird is there's weird in general.
It's
And
so weird.
we've gone way off topic from comic books
We
into
have.
news stuff.
We started with video games, and now we're ending with Hollywood stuff. Like, this is the most off-topic comic stream ever.
Why do we know this stuff? Because too many people talk about it, and then we hear
That's
it,
true.
and then we have to it's in our head. So now
Yep.
you know too, and now you can join the fun.
The more you know.
Yes. Rhaegar, who's usually asker of everything, actually knows who Emily is.
Rhaegar, who's normally asking what is a woman, knows who this woman is.
He's usually asking questions like, "What's this? What's that?" Because I don't think he legitimately knows. Like I said, he's not. Yeah,
Actually,
I think
his name has been like pretty solid, like no questions for like a while now. So, yeah, Austin P, I did. You're right. You did see that. Look, you want to see it again?
don't.
There.
Oh. Clip that and somebody make a meme out of that.
Please do.
Turn
it into an emoji in the Discord channel.
When you shop at the Gap, drink Michelob Ultra and dab.
I heard Ash ripping on my beer of choice, calling it water beer or beer water. I like it though.
It's like the beer you like give to people at the fancy like golf resorts.
Well,
with their pinky extended. That's
I got it. I started drinking it. So I went to a social gathering they had at my gym. And because it's so light carb, they're like, oh yeah, we'll serve this one. It's low carb. I had a bottle of it. And it's better than Bud or Miller Lite.
How old is Emily Rat? I can't. I just call her Emily Rat. Because apparently she is about Rhaegar's age. I'm just curious. Is she like 29?
She is 31.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, she wasn't. No. Okay, she wasn't Tomb Raider. That was somebody else who was the new Tomb Raider.
No, that was Alicia Vikander.
That's it. You're right. Yeah. God, this girl.
Ash sips beer. That is true. He just has it, and he does the bottle thing. He's just like,
he said, "Pinky out." Yep.
Oh.
He drinks beer like most people drink wine, just like sips.
I'm so sorry. I'm just thinking of like him. He has a bottle, and then he has a straw in the bottle. I don't know. I usually I'll pour it in a cup. It's like at the Giant Steiner mug.
I hear you. I'll just drink it out the bottle normally if it's cold. But
yeah.
Anyway.
All right. We'll end it on this. Tomorrow night will be there should be 2 reviews, I believe. The Geek Web Show.
The Stargirl finale is tomorrow.
Stargirl season finale episode review, and then there's also Winchester's. Because Kung Fu is over.
Mm-hmm.
So then on Thursday, come back and watch us on here as we talk about the books that we read. Show them off. Well, maybe some other books we also bought too, some maybe back issues. And let's find out what books are actually made into our top 5 best books of the week. Because, like I said, my number 1 book could be like the worst book of the week, which I'm really hoping because, like, as these guys get up in age, like, I'm just so glad that he hasn't become Frank Miller yet.
Yeah, is the key word there.
Yes.
Well, like it's me whenever I would take a gamble. Let me try this series out, and it sucks. I'm like, oh, I'm never trying that again.
Speaking of which, are you still reading the ones?
No, that was a gamble that did not pay off.
That's what I thought it was.
Nope. Nope. I don't read Bendis anymore. Anything past his Marvel, like 2012.
Right.
I think the last Bendis thing I read that he wrote was Guardians of the Galaxy, which was all right. But yeah, anything past that, just don't read it.
Right. All right. And if you want to help with the channel, please share this channel out on all your socials. Your word of mouth helps us too. Because we do a lot of cool stuff in here. We do some readings on here, TV show reviews, movie as far as comic book stuff, related stuff, reviews. This week, I don't know if there'll be a Friday night retrospective at all because I think Breen is hinting that he wants a day off.
I know Pixel is out of town. I think.
Pixel's out of town, so there'll be an upload. uploading of a previous reading we did offline.
I think we're doing an offline reading. Yeah.
And if we do a reading at all, it'll be offline. So. But Sunday, I think he's gone too because he went to Tennessee for his ritual mating season. I mean, it's this thing. Every year he goes to Tennessee. It's not Christmas though. Yeah, I'm just curious. Like it's
every season, Pixel travels to the mountains of Tennessee where he goes into a cocoon. That's how his fingers are so long. That's how he keeps them that way. He has to go up to Tennessee and replenish.
He's an insect giant pig mantis.
He is.
Fingers.
But to help tide you over, make sure you check out also on Thursday after our comic stream on Thursday. Check out Skipintosh over on Twitch, where he, myself, and Mr. Ash on Comics are going through the Hickman run of Fantastic Four, doing a retrospect. So you can catch it on Twitch as we do it live, or I think Skip also uploads them to his YouTube channel that you can catch on the replay and listen to later on. So
I really don't want to end right now. We got 10 people watching, and thank you for those who aren't commenting right now. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions or concerns about our channel, what we'll be doing on this channel, for those who are regulars and when they just want to troll us, we're going to ignore you like we normally do. And
unless you're funny. If you're funny, we will point you out. But you got to be funny. Yes. That's the key. I like Rhaegar says Pixel's fingers are taller than the robots in the day the Earth stood still.
He's more like Lady Deathstroke fingers, man.
Oh yeah, he is. He does have the grow out.
Mm-hmm. It's like, we have lots of concerns. Like I said,
and he's on the channel a lot, folks.
That's why he has concerns, because he's on the
probably concerned. Like, how do these guys keep having me on?
I mean, we need to have some adult supervision, because we're not really that professional.
If you're funny looking, they'll invite you onto the panel.
Evil Black Cat.
He's not.
One of these days, everyone else has to see your face. I know I've seen your face. You've done a face reveal. And I hope that one day you just decide, you know what? Be a man. Show your face. Quit hiding behind a freaking cat.
Who will show their face first? Evil Black Cat or Ash on Comics?
Well, I've seen Evil Black Cat's face. I've never seen Ash's face. We've seen his hands, though. But we've also seen LK, so we don't really know. I have to see LK's hands again so you have to confirm. But man, this has really gone into the weeds.
We are like waist deep in needs right now. We need some pesticide.
I mean, how desperate are you guys for attention when you watch something on Tuesday night with us? You're like, you could be watching anything on TV. You're like, wait, there's nothing on TV.
Actually, you know what I found out today? There have been 2 new episodes of The Rookie, and Hulu has not been showing them to me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, episode 8 and 9. I did not know that either of them were out.
Check out the Tulsa King review. I just did over with Rob on Extreme Whip Show. Fun series. It just gets better and better. It's on through Paramount or whatever pirate site you watch it on.
I mean, pirating? No, we don't encourage that. Mm-mm.
I don't encourage you buying comic books either. So
that's true.
Said do it at your leisure. Do what you want to do. At this point, I'm not gonna say like you must get this or I'm gonna criticize you. Go, well, why do you do this? It's like I personally buy comic books, but I also read the books that I bought physically through pirate sites. Mainly because I love the digital format, and I feel stupid for me to pay twice for a book.
I agree.
I mean,
although I do know I have seen you buy 2 comics or 2 of the same issue for the cover.
Yes.
We do that from time to time.
But the other things I said, like people don't like. Oh, I don't like piracy and all this. I guess I like reading the comments on the pirate sites. I just love, and then sometimes I see people like, "Hey, I know that guy." In the comment section, it's like,
I recognize that thumbnail. Where have I seen him?
I'll never name names, baby. And like, it's just funny. It's just like as The people who are pirating books are usually the people who are just complaining about the books being bad.
Mm-hmm.
They go there to complain about the book because they need
You're
someone
not
to
even,
complain about it.
but you're not even paying for it.
That's the thing too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what they want to do. I think it's kind of funny. But then I also look at see what books are posted like I'll dabble into the X-Men because I always see people buying off the shelf or buying the X-Men books. Oh, whatever it is. I gotta get Marvel, I gotta get X-Men. And I look on the pirate sites, like there are some people are like, oh, I like this. And there's people like, are you on crack? It's just basically what we do. We kind of razz each other. But some people get really offended, like, oh, and that's kind of where I just kind of like, all right, get my popcorn out. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna eat popcorn and just read this as they go back and forth. Yeah. Do that. Pirate comics at readcomicsonline.lei or whatever li. Yeah. But like I said, it's one of the amusing things I like to find too. Sometimes it's just because I like interaction. I like reading reviews about comic books too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you guys tune in us obviously because you like us, or you just want to see what else is going on, and you just listen to us in the background for noise, which is cool too. You know, Zach likes white noise.
Actually, no, I find white noise to be incredibly annoying. I'd much rather listen to like a fireplace crackle or something like that. Or I fall asleep to RDV and Action Comics on their Monday night, late night streams that run for 6 hours because they're crazy.
I mean, I'm obligated to at least give Ash some time, to hang out with them because.
I'm not saying that to be
Yes.
mean. I love streaming with Ash too, but yeah.
Groucho Marx, is that you? I'm not a communist. What are you talking about?
Groucho Marx? What do you mean, Groucho Marx? Is that a crack at my mustache? Anyway.
Say no more. All right. So that's it for our show. I said if you haven't already done so, please click like, share, and subscribe. If you have done so, click the notification bell so you get notifications through your YouTube or your phone. You can also, after we're done here, please, not everybody does this. I think it's only like one person, and I think it's I'm trying to what his name is offhand. But leave a comment in the comment section. Like I said, I like having the comics interacting with you guys through comment sections. So just tell me what books you're getting. And if you're not getting books, tell me what books you saw that look kind of cool, and or tell me what your worst books of the week we showed so far. Which ones are the ones you hate the most or look stupid? Leave that in the comment section. I said because interaction with the comment section helps out the channel, helps us out the algorithm, basically share us out with everybody. No, why should you suffer alone? Let other people watch us too.
Exactly, misery loves company, y'all.
Right. No, Eric Breen quoted him above. Hulu is showing them to everyone else. The one before that. I wouldn't join any club that would have me as a member. Yes, I know.
That's good.
Yeah, we don't have jackets, so if you're gonna be a member, so
no, we don't even have stickers.
And also the other way, if you want to help the channel, I understand that everybody has money to do this, but it helps out pay for the stream here, which is like $20 a month, and then we have the Marvel and the DC reading apps, which are like $60-$70 a piece. Those are yearly, but the monthly though is $20 a month. So if you can drop $1, cool. Like I said, this if you can't, that's cool too. Go through ko-fi.com/Puppetine. And yeah. So I hope you guys have fun tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good night, everybody.
Unless you block us.
And happy New Comic Day.
Yes.